What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Mood616 here, and yes, I'm finally back with a DVD Blu-ray 4K update. I know it has been forever. I think it's been like 8 months since I've actually done my last one. I should have never done this and let it build up like this because this is literally embarrassing. There's so much stuff here. Like, I'm embarrassed to show everything because it's out of control. It's literally out of control. I have a serious buying problem. Um, Comments down below if you guys have the same type of problem. But, you know, last year was an amazing year for collectors. I mean, all the boutique labels were dropping so many gems. It was so hard not to buy a lot of stuff, so we're just getting spoiled, ridiculously spoiled. And, if you can afford it, it's just probably the worst thing in the world. Sometimes I wish I couldn't because then I wouldn't end up with so much stuff. But at the same time, I love collecting. And yeah, I mean, it's relatively a huge update for being like 8 or 9 months, but there was a couple months in there that I didn't really buy anything like during the summer, which I was not around. And that's why I wasn't doing updates and stuff. I really wasn't even in town for about 4 or 5 months. So gone every weekend, working on the weekdays and stuff. Like, it's just I'm not was not really able to do these things. So now it's like into February, and this is a lot of shit that I picked up from last year and stuff like that. So everyone's been asking, where's the update? Where's the update? Here it is. So I'm not sure if this is going to be in parts or I might just rip through everything. I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to do this. So this may be part one of 2 or 3. I have no idea. Or I might just do one big ass video. I don't know. Um, but before we get things started here, I want to give a shout out to my man Colin, who's back on YouTube. He started up a new channel called 42nd Street Forever. So go over there and subscribe to his channel, watch his videos. He's an amazing dude. He was making videos, I think, even before I started in 2012. I took a few years off. Now he's back doing his stuff. So if you're watching his channel and you like horror and exploitation, all type of shit, he's into the same thing. He's super, super knowledgeable. He's a little bit older than I am. He's from the UK. He's an awesome dude. He's got great stories. I've loved Colin forever, man. I've learned so much from his videos, his past channel over the years and stuff like that. But yeah, so he's doing a lot of like collection overview videos and stuff like that. And he's been doing out and abouts and a whole pile of crazy stuff. His collection is very similar to mine. It's full of horror. It's full of exploitation. It's full of like crazy action, cat refill. It's basically the same. I love watching his videos because it's like mirroring myself, and we got very similar tastes. But go over there and check out his video. Link will be down below, or check out his channel. Make sure to hit that subscribe button because, like I said, if you're intrigued, if you're interested in this channel, then you'll be interested in Colin's. So awesome, dude. I love Colin. So, and I do apologize, Colin, if you're watching this video that I never comment on your videos. I watch them all. I love them. The collection is just out of control. I gotta say, it's so eclectic. And the thing I like watching his videos is because everything's out of order, so you never know what's coming next. Where if you're watching, some of my collection updates or boutique label videos or whatever, you might know what's coming next if it's in order or whatever. But his is all over the place. It's crazy. So, anyways, without further ado, let's get into this. As per usual, we start out with some DVDs because nobody ever seems to care about the DVDs. So, but it's crazy. Like, I picked up maybe like 10 DVDs in like the last 8 months. That's it. That's literally it. It's pretty much all Blu-rays. I don't really go out of my way to buy DVDs unless it's something I have to watch or something like that for whatever. But all right, so first up here is from Severin on the Innovision line, Frankie and his pals. This is like the second issue of this. I missed it the first time around and I couldn't believe it because I absolutely love this movie. So I was very annoyed that it sold out right away. I couldn't believe it. But I was happy that they brought a second issue back or something like that. I don't know if it looks any different than the first one. I'm not sure. It's been years and years since I've seen this. I believe it's shot on video, if I remember correctly. Maybe it's not. I can't quite remember, but it's been forever. I just remember the monster being ridiculous in this. But yeah, Frankie and his pals, so happy to finally have this in the collection. Pretty awesome stuff. I don't really know what I'm gonna do here for room. I literally have I'm surrounded, like absolutely fully surrounded by movies. It's absolutely out of control. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with this as I go along. Maybe I'll just put these on the ground. I have no idea. All right, so one of my favorites of last year is the sequel to Tater City, which is Tater Burger, Necrostorm film. If you guys know anything about Necrostorm, you know what you're getting yourself into with this one. Uber gory. This one's really short. It says runs 83 minutes. I believe it doesn't though. I think it's like 70, maybe 75. But yeah, if you guys know anything about Necrostorm, like I said, you know what you're getting yourself into. It's super uber gory. The way they do their effects is really interesting too. I think it's very unique. Italian company, so the films are Italian. Um, but awesome scores and shit like that. But yeah, so here's Tater Burger, the sequel, which actually made my top 10 last year because 2023 was not a very good year in terms of great films. It was actually really hard to make a top 10 list. I'm not gonna lie, if you guys checked out the top 10 show. But this is the one I was talking about, Tater Burger. Pretty much nobody watched it last year but me. I don't know why. I think Necrostorm does good things. They're just a really awful company to deal with, and there's some terrible people over there. I fucking hate Necrostorm, but I support them. I actually got a great story about Necrostorm, which I'll probably tell on the top 10 2011 show that's coming up here. Just recently, I had a butted heads with them hardcore. They called me not a real fan, and they don't want me as a fan. It's like it's a crazy fucking story, and I'm like, man, I buy all your shit. I've supported you guys for years. Blah blah blah. But fuck Necrostorm, but I do like their movies. Um, anyways, so I found this one in my buddy's shop. Dino Croc. This is one of the Roger Corman sci-fi collection, made for TV type films. I've actually seen this before, and I remember actually digging it. I had this weird obsession with like made for TV killer croc, animal creature feature type films. I don't know. Dino Croc, $2. Couldn't pass it up. I came across this one, and it just the name had me I started laughing. So I had to check it out because I like these kind of like hood horror films and stuff like that. It's from SRS Cinema and it's called The Hood Has Eyes. Yes, The Hood Has Eyes. I apologize for the glare. A lot of these are still sealed, so you're going to get a lot of glare. I can't do anything about it, man. I'm not a lighting expert. The Hood Has Eyes, Nightmare Fuel. What the fuck? I don't know. Let me know if you've seen it. So I picked up Caw on Blue or on DVD because we're actually going to be doing one of our zoology shows on the 22 Shots podcast is going to be birds. And this one somehow got picked. I don't know I can't remember what the other films are, but I didn't own Caw and I've never actually seen it. So I picked that one up for a future shop. Still got pieces. Yeah, it was secondhand. I think it was like $2 or something like that. So, but yeah, Caw, grabbed that one. I picked this up for 2011 and never even watched it. Bag of Bones, the TV miniseries directed by Mick Garris. I've not heard good things, and I just kind of, I was like, I don't know if I wanted to invest 4 hours into something I know it's not going to make my top 10, this kind of thing. Um, Plus Mick Garris, he adapted a lot of Stephen King stuff that wasn't really the greatest. But yeah, I've heard mixed things about Bag of Bones and stuff like that. So, but yeah, $5 for the DVD. Whatever. It is what it is. Another one from 2011 I picked up because I actually watched this when it came out and I thought I owned it, but apparently I didn't. So this is another cheapie, man. It was like a couple bucks for it too, but Rosewood Lane. Um, yeah, of course, directed by Victor Salva, who we don't really like to talk about, but I try to separate the monsters from, the cinematic reality. I'm not going to get into Salva. I've had many opinions on that piece of shit. But anyways, Rosewood Lane, it's okay. It's okay for what it is. It's not a bad movie at all. Just not that great. Speaking of actually bad movies, I was just at Walmart one day. I was picking up a couple things. I came across this one. It was like $10. And what caught my attention was Bill Moseley, Daniel Harris, and Robert Englund. And I was like, well, they're probably in the movie for like 2 seconds. Little did I know that Bill Moseley is actually like the main character in this. Daniel Harris is in it quite a bit. And of course, Robert Englund. It's not very good. Not very good. Of course, with a cast like that in 2023, it's going to be shit. So, and of course, I picked up the Tribe Called Quest video anthology. Tribe Called Quest, my favorite group of all time. So I did not own this, but I grabbed it. It was a couple bucks, so why not? Just go into the Tribe Called Quest collection, which I actually will watch that. All right, so getting into some like just kind of standard DVDs before we break it down into all the boutique labels, which is completely out of control. Like, man, this is just ridiculous. So anyways, I upgraded Attack the Block. This case got totally fucking damaged in transit. Thank you, Mr. Postman. No, it's just the way it was packaged, man. It was packaged pretty shitty. Attack the Block, really fun film from 2011. I always enjoyed this one, so I was happy to upgrade. The Blu-ray looks really good. But yeah, it's just a fun ass kind of like inner city, kids fighting off like aliens and shit. It's pretty fun, man. Pretty fun stuff. It was a good revisit, man. Really enjoyed it. Another one from 2011, which I thought I'd actually owned, but I guess I didn't. So I picked this one up. It was like $5 for the Blu-ray. The Darkest Hour. It's more like post-apocalyptic kind of sci-fi-ish type stuff, but I thought it was actually pretty cool. It's pretty interesting. Now here's the weirdest one. Another 2011. You'll see a little bit of a trend here. Keyhole is from a Canadian director by the name George Tolis. Or no, what's the guy's name? Guy Madden. Yeah, it's Guy Madden. I think that's what his name is, Guy Madden. Um, it's totally bizarre. Like this movie, y- I think if you had a bunch of people trying to review this movie, like everyone would just have different opinions and different views of it and different like ideas of what's really going on. Like it's fucking bizarre. I've never really seen anything else from the director. Like I know that he's made a bunch of really odd, strange. He's known for making really strange oddities. But yeah, his Canadian director, Guy Madden, I think that's what his name. It's black and white, and it's something you have to see because it's hard to describe. It's just really, really bizarre. If you guys have seen Keyhole before, let me know your thoughts on it down below. But it's a weird one, man. It's fucking strange. I thought it was pretty cool. It's definitely warrant of a rewatch though. Um, so I picked up The Day. Another one I thought I owned, but I guess I didn't. And I started watching this and I'm like, I don't even think I've ever actually seen this before. So um it's set in like a post-apocalyptic world. But yeah, I mean I thought it was decent for what it is, low budget, kind of zombie action and shit like that. So um is that what they're fighting? They're fighting or they're fighting fucking like I think they're like vampires in a sense. I think it's like vampires. But yeah. Anyways, um Take Shelter. Now, I wasn't sure. I was kind of on the fence about this one because I've heard that it's not really like a horror film. It definitely has horrific ideas to it. But yeah, it's starring Michael Shannon, which, everything with Michael Shannon in it is fantastic. The guy is an amazing actor, but he knocks this performance out the fucking park, man. It's got a really trippy ending and it's kind of open to interpretation. And I kind of like that about this film because it really does, it kind of layers itself. I mean, it opens it up for a lot of great conversation too. But as like a straight horror film, I don't really think so. But it definitely has those ideas in there. But yeah, Take Shelter, really good movie though. I really enjoyed that one. Upgraded. Actually, no, I didn't upgrade. This is another one I thought I owned. I'd seen this one before. I watched it when it came out, 2011. 247 degrees Fahrenheit, of course, with Scout Taylor Compton. Tyler Maines in this Travis Van Winkle. Um, but yeah, like the idea behind this movie is really scary. It's basically it's based on like true events where these like three or four people get stuck trapped in a sauna and the temperature is just like burning them up and shit. Is fucking scary ass idea. Um, I mean, it's an okay film. I feel like this would work better as a short because, there's not enough material with them stuck in the sauna that has to have like another kind of storyline going on, and which isn't really overly that interesting, but it's an okay film. It's an okay film for what it is. I did upgrade Fright Night remake, which is still as bad as it was in 2011. This movie is fucking horrible. It's a terrible remake. This has some of the worst CG I had like for 2011. It's pure laughable. Like it didn't look good then. You should see it now. It looks really, really fucking bad. Um, yeah, man. I mean, Colin Farrell does a pretty good job as uh Jerry Dandridge. I think that Antoine Yelich, rest in peace to him, man. He was really good. He was well casted as Charlie in this. McLovin, no, he's just McLovin. It's bad, but it's just the overall movie, man. It's just the direction in this, man. It's the effects. I just really can't stand this movie. It's fucking terrible. And I picked up the Blu-ray for like $5 because I just wanted to watch it in its better quality to give it a fair shot, but no. All right. Finally upgraded The Shining to 4K. This thing looks amazing in 4K. It's so good. It's classic. What do I say about The Shining? It's fucking amazing. So, had to do that. The wife picked me this up for Christmas, I believe. This was a Christmas present. Yeah, Total Recall on 4K, which just looks, it's crazy. It's my second favorite Schwarzenegger film. The Running Man's actually my favorite Schwarzenegger film, but I have a very like this is so nostalgic for me. I watch this movie like every day for like a year in the early 90s, man. I was obsessed with Total Recall, man. I think the idea behind it is very, very cool, but awesome film. Jackie Chan's First Strike, a cheapy DVD. You know me, I collect my Jackie Chan's. I just don't know why I didn't have this one in the collection before. So I believe this is part four, five. I don't know what part it is in that series, but anyways. Um, yeah, so Talk to Me from last year. This one actually didn't end up making my top 10. I thought it was going to. I thought it was pretty good. It's pretty good, but upon I didn't get around to rewatching this. That was the problem. So, but I thought it was pretty well done for what it is. Uh, but yeah, I mean, this one was all over everyone's top 10 list shot last year. I mean, it's definitely one of the better films from last year, but this one right here I thought was actually pretty cool too. Unwelcome. I heard a lot of mixed bag or a lot of mixed feelings on this one and stuff, but I thought it was actually pretty cool, man. And I forgot about this even by the end of the year, which is kind of a shame because I don't know if it would have made my top 10 or not, but I need to do a rewatch in this, but I thought it was pretty cool, man. Ben Wheatley's High Rise. Uh, huge fucking fan of Ben Wheatley's films, man. I don't think that guy's ever done anything that I didn't like that I've seen, but I haven't seen this one yet. I've heard really good things about this one, so I'm looking forward to checking this out. It's got a very interesting idea, and I do believe it actually takes place in a high rise. So, um, or did I can't remember if I watched it or not. Like it might have been months, 8, 9 months ago when I picked this up. I don't even remember. Fuck. Uh, Cannonball Run. Picked this one up. Burt Reynolds, Farrah Fawcett, Don DeLuise, Roger Moore. I've always been a big fan of the Cannonball Run, but it was a cheap DVD, Blu-ray. I think I found this for $5. It was like dirt ass cheap. Good stuff. Little Shop of Horrors, director's cut, remake. Love the Little Shop of Horrors, man. I've always been a big fan of this film, but I never had it on Blu-ray, so started to pick that up right here. Another upgrade, The Great Outdoors with Dan Aykroyd, John Candy. Rest in peace to John Candy, one of my all-time favorite actors. Canadian boy himself. Actually, both of them are Canadian. But really fun stuff, man. You can never go wrong with John Candy. And I just felt like, for $5 for the Blu-ray, I was like, whatever. Speaking of Canadian cinema, we got Strange Brew with the McKenzie brothers, Bob and Doug McKenzie. This was actually shot in my hometown here at my local brewery, which I used to work at and stuff. So it's cool to watch this film and just see that because some of those scenes that were shot in the brewery like haven't even really changed all of them. I just like it's very recognizable. It's crazy. But big fan, Bill and Doug. I mean, come on, man. I mean, it's Strange Brew. It's fun. It's fucking stupid and it's fun. We got Mortal Kombat here. Yeah, it's Mortal Kombat, not the greatest movie in the world, but picked it up. And then we got Annihilation here. I do have the other one. It's already filed away somewhere. Here's Annihilation, which I don't know if I've actually ever seen. I can't remember if I watched this back in the day. It came out, what, mid 90s, 95, 96, 95. Holy shit, dude, that's crazy. Wow, getting old. Annihilation, yeah. So, anyways, so that's it for kind of the DVDs and standardized stuff. Let's get into some boutique label. Oh, you know what? This is like a total mixed bag of boutique label. Oh, I apologize for the shaky screen and stuff. I kind of dismantled my table a little bit here, so it's a little wobbly, but it is what it is. All right, so big first fucking stack here. We've got End of the Line, French Canadian horror film, takes place like in a subway dealing with cults and weird aliens and shit like that. Fantastic upgrade for myself from TerrorVision. Haven't really picked up any TerrorVision stuff since they left the Vinegar Syndrome site as a sister label because their shipping is fucking horrible to Canada. It's really bad. So, and they've been releasing a lot of really good stuff. I wish it was cheaper to bring it in, but my buddy got this in his shop and it was totally affordable. So, um, yeah, so I'm hoping he can get more TerrorVision stuff because there's a few more titles I actually want to pick up. But this was actually the one that I really wanted the most, and he got this in, and I was like, "That's awesome." No slipcover, I'm totally fine with. I think it's fantastic film. If you guys never seen End of the Line, definitely give it a shot. It's fantastic. I'm going to keep my old DVD because of the that artwork inside is so cool, man. Oh, it's really good. It's got that really nice kind of foiled slip on it. It's really nice. It's a nice DVD edition. So, but End of the Line, good stuff right there. A couple of Criterions here. I picked up Pink Flamingos, Ultimate Drive-In, classic, midnight movie, 1972, John Waters, Divine, nasty, filthy exploitation. You can't go wrong with Pink Flamingos. I think this artwork is actually pretty interesting. And there's Divine. Yeah, filthy nasty. If you've never seen Pink Flamingos, man, you gotta check it out. It's honestly just something you gotta see to believe. Like you can't describe it. It's like, man, it's filthy. It's really filthy. Todd Browning's collection of Freaks, the Unknown, and the Mystic. Fucking awesome, dude. I'm a huge fan of Freaks. I know this movie, like, it's me and my buddy were talking about that, like how everything is just everybody gets so offended by everything. Like, this is totally a movie, and it's so cliche to say, oh, you can't make movies like that anymore. They actually probably couldn't make Freaks anymore. Like, you would get so much backlash for having these type of people in your film and exploiting them and stuff. But I mean, even back in the day, Todd Browning basically got blacklisted for Freaks and stuff like that. So but I've never seen The Unknown and the Mystic, so I'm really looking forward to checking these out. Like I said, I love Freaks, man. It's just a fucking amazing film. For what year is it? 32, I think. And I believe The Unknown and Mystic are silent films, I believe, because they're from in the 20s, so they've got to be silent. So that's pretty cool. Todd Browning, Criterion. I usually don't pick up a lot of Criterions, but fuck, I got three here. But actually, the wife bought me this for Christmas. Also, The Elephant Man. David Lynch, Elephant Man. I upgraded from my old ass DVD, but I've been after this one for a while because I'm a huge fan of this movie. I think it's fantastic. So, um, black and white, 123 minutes. Man, I don't remember it being that long, but that's crazy. Yeah, Elephant Man, Anthony Hopkins, John Hurt, Lynch. Fuck, amazing stuff. I still to this day I can't believe that David Lynch did Elephant Man. It's weird to me. On to a couple Olive, now debunked or defunct. How do you actually say it? Is it debunked or defunct? I don't know. Um, yeah, so Olive Films no longer, so all these things are all out of print, but they're not like out of print prices. You can still find these things on Amazon. They're still in stock and shit like that. So, anyways, here's Breaker Chuck Norris. Upgrade from my DVD, had to grab it. I got this for like 10 bucks. I think it might have been a pricing error because it was $10 brand new. And I was like, the fuck? So I had it in my cart and also it said 10 bucks. And I was like, the fuck, man. But all the other Olive titles were still like normal. Like in Canada, they're like 30 bucks. So this one, I feel like had a price, it was wrong. I get so lucky with Amazon, like because I check my shit all the time. So, but anyways, it was like 10 bucks. I had to upgrade. So you know me, I love my Chuck Norris. Yeah, actually, you'll see a trend. I think there's a few Chuck Norris films in here. Picked up Sign Sono's Guilty of Romance. Watched this the other night. Holy flying fuck. This is a fucking crazy movie, dude. Crazy, crazy shit, dude. Like, there's some shit in here, man. And I watched the extended cut, which is the 144-minute cut, the Japanese cut. Man, for like a movie that's 2.5 hours long, it never gets boring for a minute. Like, there's so much shit that's going on. It's batshit, dude. It's batshit. If you've seen this, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't and you're a fan of Science Sono films, check it out. It's really, really good. It's a 2011 film. On the fence if it's considered to be horror. It definitely has horror elements. I know some other people are going to consider it to be horror, but I'm kind of on the fence about this one. But Guilty of Romance, really good stuff from Science Sono. Yeah, and then so this is number 30 in the range. My best friend is a vampire. I haven't seen this movie probably since it came out. When did this shit come out? Like in the late 80s. Shit, I thought it was. Yeah, I probably saw this in the early 90s. Remember renting this. It's been a long time. It's a comedy kind of thing. So um yeah, so that's number 30 in the range. And then we got number 31, which I'm actually so excited this actually gets released because I'm a big fan of Blue Steel. I'm like, you know me, I'm not the hugest Jamie Lee Curtis fan in the world. I don't think there's anything wrong with her. But directed by Catherine Bigelow. That's pretty fucking awesome. But it's been so long since I've seen this, but I remember really loving this film, and I just thought it was so interesting that Vestron was releasing Blue Steel on Blu-ray. So that's pretty interesting. The next one, we're gonna hit up some unearthed films, and actually, wow, I actually have more in here than I thought I had. But so I had to do it. I had to upgrade my Fred Vogel films, August Underground, which is just a filthy fucking nasty, overly realistic film. Um, it's just you guys know, if you're watching this channel, you know about August Underground and the most insane amped up sequel, Mortem, which is just this shit's hard to watch, man. It's so fucking insane. Like, I don't know, for lack of a better adjective, man. I don't know how you describe these films. They're just so crazy to me. But put Fred Vogel on the map, put underground films like in a different level, man. Like, this is some high octane extreme shit. Like, you talk about like extreme films and shit. This is fucking extreme. It's really crazy. And then kind of the more polished, kind of more, I wouldn't say dumbed down, but it's still nasty. But the Penance, which is done differently. It's shot differently. It looks a lot different. So, but I can't wait to check these out on Blu-ray. I've heard from my man, Mr. Parker, who actually is on a lot of the special features here doing interviews with Fred and stuff because I know they're really good friends and shit like that. I've met Fred a couple different times. He's such a nice guy. But yeah, Dave is all over the special features on here. So I'm gonna check out those and see what they did and stuff like that. So but yeah, he said that Penance looks really good on Blu-ray, which makes sense because it was shot differently. One of my favorite movies of the new millennium, man, from 2008 is Dead Girl. I absolutely fucking love Dead Girl. It's a filthy, nasty, exploitive film that's just you got to see it to believe it. Like you can describe it to somebody and you're like, "Oh, that sounds disgusting." But it's as disgusting as it fucking sounds. It really is. It's a nasty, filthy film, which I love. Super disturbing. Gotta love it. Here's that classic artwork right there. If you've never seen Dead Girl, man, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna leave you in limbo. Just pick up a copy and get disgusted. It's pretty much that filthy. This one I knew nothing about. I thought this was really interesting. So this is on the Unearthed Classics line, number 13, Full Body Massage. I heard that this is kind of a very bizarre entry into this range. So I'm really curious to check this out. It's got Mimi Rogers in it, and I don't know what to expect from this. If you guys have seen this movie, there's a TV version of it apparently. That's crazy. It just seems like it's kind of like an erotic thriller. It looks like an erotic thriller. I'm not sure if it is or not. Like from the early, like from the 90s, and it is like it's 1995. Like it literally just looks like that. So, what else we got here from Unearthed Films? Oh yeah, The Sound of Summer, which I heard is pretty batshit. Japanese film. When did this 2022? I think it actually is like a newer film, right? So, I've heard good things from this, so I'm looking forward to checking this out. Unearthed never really disappoints me with the releases. They always dig up the craziest shit, man. All right, so we got a couple Scorpion and a Code Red here. I found these like in like a dump bin. Like these were dump bin titles that I found, which is insane to me to find like Scorpion releasing. So the tag says 12.97. I think I got these for 9.99 a piece. I think they were 9.99. They were even so they were marked down from 32 to 12.97, and I think they were 9.99 when I picked them up. And they were literally in a dump bin. But Bloody Mama with Shelley Winters. I love this movie. I was like, that's crazy. $10 for a Scorpion, I'll take it. And here's another one. So this is another upgrade for myself. Yeah, I've got this on DVD. I've got the Scorpion DVD of Lady Ice with Donald Sutherland. Robert Duvall's in this. It's a fun movie. It's a fun one. But again, another like Scorpion for $10. I'm honestly, I don't understand. This one also, I believe, was $10. The Fifth Floor. Bull Hopkins, Robert Englund's in this movie. Anthony James. Crazy stuff, man. I think it takes place like in a nut house and shit. Robert Englund plays, I think he's a little bit crazy in this one, as you can see on the back there. Like, fuck, like that. He actually looks out to lunch on that one. Ah, out to lunch. Yeah, anyways. A couple of Eureka titles, man. Oh, dude, we are getting so spoiled with these releases, man. I'm a huge Cynthia Rothrock fan, and we've got Lady Reporter. Oh my God, I've been wanting to see this movie forever. So I'm so excited this fucking got released, man. Oh, it's so amazing. I believe there's a couple different. Directed by. Oh, I thought there was two different versions. Oh no, there is. Yeah, there's a theatrical. There's an export cut. Yeah, so a couple different versions as usual. Eureka does great releases. And I also picked up Mr. Vampire because I think in my last update, which would have been my HorrorCon haul, I picked up the Eureka Mr. Vampire sequel set. So here it is. And I mentioned that I was going to be picking this up because I had it just kind of on back order from my buddy's shop. So yeah, here's Mr. Vampire. Popping vampires, you can't really go wrong. I'm a big fan of Mr. Vampire. I still haven't watched the sequels. I got to do that. So I'm really looking forward to doing that. So we got a couple film detective releases, which they're changed their name. They're not Film Detective anymore. They changed it to Film Masters. Same company though. I'm 199% sure. No, it is. It's definitely the same company. But man, these are bricks, man. But we got The Devil's Partner, which I've heard really good things about. And I actually picked this up for Creature from the Haunted Sea because I love that movie. It's great. The Devil's Partner, I guess, is the top bill here. which I don't really know a lot about, but I have been hearing really good things about The Devil's Partner. I believe Mr. Parker actually just reviewed these, and I think he said Devil's Partner was really good. So yeah. And then also this one's fucking awesome too. I didn't know the other film on here, but Beast from Haunted Cave. I love that movie. And then we got Ski Troop Attack. I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is. So uh man, these are short, 65 and 72 minutes. Holy shit, man. Beast from Haunted Cave, 65 minutes long. Fuck crazy. Yeah, I've had multiple versions of that over the years, but it's finally nice to see like a good HD print of it. That's pretty cool. Another brick. All right, so we're gonna get into, oh, I guess I only grabbed one massacre video last month, and that's McCall Hall. Yeah, the Indian Nightmare on Elm Street ripoff with full fucking singing, dancing, Bollywood type shit in there. Oh man, this is one of those movies I would love to re-edit. I would like honestly, I understand like the singing and dancing stuff is very much part of the culture and the filmmaking of Indian films and stuff like that. I get that, but this movie would actually be really good if you took that stuff out and just kind of edited, like just made it shorter. Because there's a lot of good things happening in this movie. There's some creepy moments, there's some good kills, some good cinematography, but those singing and dancing thing, it takes you like right out of the film. And yeah, it's just hard to explain. Like you got to see it to believe it. If you've never seen any movies like Indian films like that before, you're probably gonna just be like, it's literally what the fuck moments. So, but fun movie though, really really fun. I feel like that is going over. Oh yeah, that's gonna fucking tilt. All right, so into a couple Synapse releases here, and we got Black Circle, man, from Adrian Garcia Bagalano, who I'm a huge fucking fan of. He's done a lot of really great films in the last like 10, 15 years. I actually just watched Penumbra again for 2011, just a couple weeks back. It's not my favorite of his, but it's very quirky and unique and stuff. But this really caught me off guard, man. I was like, holy shit, dude! Like this is a film from 2019, released by Synapse, but has Christina Lindbergh in it. Like, wow, like thriller. Christina Lindbergh. I was like, that's crazy. So I've heard really good things about this. I've heard it's a really fucking twisted one. So I'm very intrigued by that. And then I upgraded. I do actually have the DVD signed. Um, believe from Tom Sullivan. Yeah, Tom Sullivan. The DVD's signed, and I have like the bonus features. Like I've got an extended version. I don't know if that's all here or not on here, but The Invaluable, The True Story of an Epic Artist. Really good stuff, man. Has all the Evil Dead shit in there and stuff. It's really good documentary. You can check that out if you haven't. It's a good one. And then another one here from Snaps, which is Tombs of the Blind Dead. I was waiting for the Amaray because their Steelbooks editions are just crazy expensive. And plus, I'm not really the hugest Steelbook fan in the world, anyways, as you guys know. So if I can get just a standard edition, I'm fucking happy with that. It's just kind of a shame that we probably won't see like a box set of this since Blue Underground put out the DVD box set, which is fantastic. I'll never get rid of that set. I absolutely love that set, one of my favorites. But all the rights of these films are all dispersed. Like I know Scream Factory put out the Seagull one, and yeah, they're like all over the place. Like who knows? But Tombs of the Blind Dead, fantastic movie. Absolutely one of my all-time favorites, man. I guess there's two cuts on here too, 101 minute and the 83-minute cut. That is a big ass difference, man. That is crazy shit. But oh, love it. Absolutely love that movie. We got some here from Visual Vengeance. I think here I'll just go on. I'm missing actually. There's a couple more releases I actually don't have, but I picked up Replicator. Fuck. Was it 1998, man? Oh my God, this movie, dude. So I saw this. It might have been in maybe 99, 2000 or something like that. And I remembered laughing so fucking hard at this. It's so cheap. It's so cheap. It's so stupid. It's so much fun though. Replicator, good stuff right there. So that was like number 9 in the range. Here's number 10, which is The Abomination, which is fantastic. One of the best like shot on video films that I could like honestly, it's like a good movie. It's kind of like video violence, you know, like not in terms of narrative, but like quality wise, really good. Like, you know, like your redneck zombies in a sense. But yeah, the effects in this Abomination, man. Good shit. Love it. Then we got, so that was number 9, 10. This is like 13. So I'm missing like 2 of them. But we got Scream Queen, a Brad Sykes film. So 1998/2002. So I think the story is with this. It was like an indie Okay, yeah. So the super obscure 19 film was shot in 1998, eventually finished by producers in 2002. Shot on video slasher, Horseman Italian. Okay, yeah. So that was the story. So it wasn't finished. They finished it like a few years later, just got released now, kind of thing. So yeah, but you know what you're getting yourself into with Brad Sykes if you're familiar with shot on video legends. He's kind of one of them. So this one right here, I actually don't know really anything about, but this is from 1990 called The Wrong Door. This one caught me off guard. I was like, what the fuck is this? But looks pretty cool. A very rare regional horror thriller in the late 80s. Video store Wrong Door choices for the transfer from the super 8 millimeter film element. So it's actually not video, it's 8 millimeter film. So that's cool. But yeah, Visual Vengeance doing really, really good work, man. One from BFI here, Ennis Men, would actually did make my top 10 from last year. It's not really going to be for everybody. It's a very art housey, super, super multi-layered, full of commentaries, but very intriguing film. It's basically just about this woman that's on this island and she's like studying these flowers and stuff like that, and shit just starts going crazy. Like, is she lost in reality? Is this reality? Is it not? Kind of thing. I know it sounds kind of cliche, but it's really it's intriguing and it raises a lot of questions. And there's a lot of kind of like there's a lot of background to this too and stuff after reading about it and shit. Like it's pretty intriguing. I think it's pretty cool. A lot of good visuals. But again, not going to be for everybody. Very art housey, so but good stuff. And Kids vs. Aliens, which I absolutely fucking love. So if you guys listen to the top 10 of 2023, you know how much I fucking love this movie. From Jason Eisner, of course, who did Hobo with a Shotgun. But this one, so he originally did a short for VHS 2, basically kind of the same premise, kids fighting aliens and stuff like that. So he did a full length movie. It's completely different than the original short, which I actually was kind of happy he didn't kind of just extend that. He did a different thing. The kids are funny in this, man. The dialogue's hilarious, man. I think there's a lot of great moments in this. Fucking love this movie. Kids vs. Aliens, good stuff. Um, On to a couple full moon titles here. We got Doctor Death. To this day, I still can't even believe that Doctor Death got its own uh release because or spin-off because like he appears in maybe one of the Puppet Masters, if I'm not mistaken. It's a very odd choice. Even though I mean he's cool looking and stuff like that, but it's new full moon. It does look really good, man. The cameras that they're using, these ultra 4K, whatever the fuck they are, they look really good, man. It's decent for what it is. I mean, you can't go wrong. You're not wasting a lot of time. It says 15, like 60 minutes. It's a 60-minute film. Typical full moon. Now, the shock of last year for myself, man, Subspecies 5, Blood Rise. Holy fuck, man. Like, I was taken back by this. This is actually pretty good. I'm a big fan of the Subspecies franchise. I actually like all the movies. I'm not the biggest fan of the spin-off with Vampire Journals. But as for like the 5 films in the franchise, I like all of them, man. Radu is like one of my favorite vampires. He's just so creepy. He's back here. It's good stuff, man. I was really shocked. Like they even shot it in Romania and everything. It's cool. It's really cool. So give that a shot if you're a fan of Blood Subspecies, because to be honest, it was shocking. Then I picked up I don't know, man. I never grabbed the Blue Underground version of Stage Fright. And with Sauve getting his well overdue releases from Severin with Cemetery Man and Sect and stuff like that, it just got me thinking. I was like, man, I need to upgrade Stage Fright because I was hoping that that Severin was gonna do this one too. So they obviously don't have the rights to it. Maybe Blue Underground still has the rights because they did drop a Blu-ray years ago, which like I said, never grabbed. I have the DVD. So I was like, fuck it, man. And I found this one for like $15 used. So I just went ahead and grabbed it. It'll be fine for now. Of course, it's got the alternate artwork and name Aquarius. Good stuff. Big fan of Stage Fright. So yeah, couldn't pass it up, man. I have a bunch of Shameless releases. They didn't really do the greatest transfers, but it'll be fine for now. So from Umbrella here, I picked up yes, the uber amazing Super Mario Brothers. I love this movie, man. I liked this movie when it came out, and everyone's like, "You're crazy," and I'm like, "Well, I just said I like it. I didn't say it was a good movie." It's not a good movie at all, but it's got a great cast, man. Bob Hoskins, man, John Leguizamo, Dennis Hopper. Like, come on, man. Dennis Hopper's he overacts in so much shit, and I love Dennis Hopper. Like Blue Velvet. I always think of When I think of overacting, it's like two films, Vampire's Kiss and fucking and Blue Velvet, man. Those two performances, best things ever. But he's fun as King Koopa in this though, man. But Super Mario Brothers from Umbrella, really, I remember the DVD was out of print forever now. It's like super widely available. It's awesome. Um, this one right here from Raven Banner, they released a documentary called 2436, referring to the size of posters. So this is a documentary on film posters, and I thought that was really cool. I can't remember who showed this. It might have been Matt from Junior Horror Movies. I showed this in one of his updates. I think it was Matt. And I was like, damn, that's a really cool idea. I'd never heard of it. So I was like, shit, got up on that and found this for really cheap too. So pretty cool stuff. I think so Matt, if you're watching this, I believe that was you, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure he picked it up. He picks up everything. All right, it's from RLJ E Films. We've got Off Season, which I really love this movie. I'm a huge Mickey Keaton fan. He's never missed for me. And even though this isn't my favorite Keaton film, I still really love it. I think it even made my top 10 from 2022. Um, I don't know. Like just a lot of people just didn't really talk about this and really care for it too much and stuff, but I think it's fucking great, man. It's got great performance, great cinematography, it's creepy as shit and stuff like that. So I don't know. It does it for me. Another one from RLJE Films, and we've got Argento's new one, Dark Glasses, which I thought was really good. It was just nice to go back to kind of like the basic Argento. The narrative here is not crazy. I actually laughed pretty hard at why he's doing, why the killer's killing and shit. It's so stupid, but it's cool because they didn't actually dub this. They're speaking their native languages, so Aja Argento's in it. And it comes off a lot better in the acting when you're reading the subtitles and stuff like that. So I think Dark Glasses was a nice return for Argento. It was definitely probably his best film that he's made since like the early 90s in theory. Even though I like some of his later stuff, this one's actually pretty decent for what it is. It's not great, but it's a good film. MBD Visual, we picked up Vile, also from 2011. One I thought I actually owned, didn't own it, and realized upon watching this, I'd never seen this before. It's got a pretty crazy idea basically about these people get basically taken captive and they wake up and they've got this shit all hooked to them. And now they got to play these games to get out of it. It's kind of like almost like a really vile version of like Saw in a sense, but it's a different narrative though. Different narrative. I think it's pretty cool. The idea is better than the movie itself. I think it gets a little bit old at times, but it's not bad. It's not bad. I think it's pretty interesting. Oh yeah, man. We got another one here from MVD Visual, and we've got the amazing, oh my God, Killzone. Fucking Killzone on Blu-ray. David A. Pryor, starring Ted Pryor. You gotta be shitting me, dude. Look at that terrible VHS artwork right there. Oh my God, so good. So this movie is awesome. Dude, it's so awesome, man. Um, yeah, it's good stuff. If you guys are familiar with David A. Pryor's films, you know what you're getting yourself into. It's so bad, it's good. It's good. Love it. All right, so from Scream Team releasing, we have The Barn Part 2. Now, I'm a big fan of the first Barn. I know some of my 22 Shots Collective boys aren't the hugest fan of The Barn, but a lot of them actually like The Barn 2 better. I did not like it as much, but I still really enjoyed The Barn. I think it's pretty cool. They add some new characters, add to the mythology a little bit and stuff like that. So I think what they did for a sequel was really cool. Um, really like that VHS kind of slip cover on there. Pretty cool, but this artwork's amazing. The Barn Part 2. Yeah, big fan. I think we just did a review of this. And of course, I picked up 1031 Part 3, which I have not yet watched. I was going to watch this at Halloween time. Never got around to it. So, yeah. But I actually was going to do this as my day 31 on the 31 Days of Horror, but I ended up not being able to do that because I was out of town. I just had no time. I had no fucking time for the 31 Days of Horror last year. So I'm definitely going to try and do it this year. So this probably be my day 31. I think I did part 1 and 2 as prior day 31s. I'm pretty sure I did, but let me know. I enjoyed the other ones. They were pretty good. I got a couple birthday gifts here from my man Godzilla, who sent me The Guard from Underground, from Third Window Films. Uh, I did not really know a whole lot about this one. He says it's really fucking awesome. He's a really big fan of Asian cinema and third window films in general. So he picked this one up for me for my birthday. So thank you, Godzilla. And also picked up Door, one I have heard of, and I didn't even know Third Window would release this, so that's really fucking cool. I've heard this is pretty interesting horror film, and the cool thing about this release, it actually comes with the sequel, Door 2, Tokyo Diary from 1991. So 1988 and 1991 films right here, and this one right here, I believe, is from 1992, something like that. Yeah, something rather. So, but thank you, Godzilla, for those fucking awesome shit right there. All right, so let's get into some Kino stuff here. If I didn't mention off the top here, going through the boutique stuff, I'll do all the box sets at the end. I have a fucking lot of box sets, dude. I cannot believe how many box sets I accumulated over the last few months. It's ridiculous. But anyways, we'll get into some Kino stuff here. Starting out with like a brand new range that they just came out with, and that's the Kino Cult line. And I was like, no, I'm not going to start collecting. But then the first five titles that they announced, I'm like, well, two are upgrades, but I was like, I like these movies, so yeah. So we got Lorna the Exorcist from James Franco from Jess Franco. Yeah, on the Kino, it's upside down. The Kino Cult line. Yeah, this is just an upgrade for myself. I got the DVD. I believe Mondo Macabro put it out back in the day, so I actually like this film. Lorna the Exorcist, so that's pretty cool. And then this one I've actually been wanting to see for a long time. Alien Outlaw, filmed by Phil Schmoot. Yeah, he did. What the fuck else did he do? Oh, I'm tripping balls, man. I know he did something else. Shit. Anyways, I've heard it's fucking terrible, but I'm super intrigued by it. Look at that artwork, man. It's amazing, amazing stuff. So yeah, this is number two in Kino Cult line. Pretty cool stuff. Oh yeah, this is the other one, The Dark Power. Fucking dummy. I'm such a Right. So this is, I think he only did two horror films or whatever, and this is the other one. But I've never even heard of this one before. So The Dark Power, at least I don't think I have. I don't know. I might be getting confused with something else, but this is from 1995 or 1985. Cool stuff right there. Some more Jess Franco, not James Franco. What the fuck? James Franco. And we got Sinner, The Secret Diary of a Nymphomaniac. Yeah, another upgrade. I believe this was another Mondo Macabre, which is interesting to note because now when I think about that, they've got some of the rights from Mondo. Maybe some of those older out of print releases are coming from Kino, maybe. Ooh, yeah. On this line. So yeah, Sinner. And we've got Clive Barker's Underworld. Man, I have wanted to see a good release of this forever, dude. 4K of transmutations, like that artwork. I can never get that out of my mind. I haven't seen this movie in years. I remember it being really cheap and terrible actually, but ooh, I think that disc is loose. It is because these things are all shitty. Yeah, it does have reversible. It's just the slip cover. But yeah, it's been a long time. I really want to pop this in soon and check out Transmutations again. So see if my memory serves me correct because I remember it not being the greatest. Man, that disc is loose in there. Fuck. It sucks. Some more Kinos. I got a big stack of Kinos here actually, as usual. We got Vera Cruz with Gary Cooper, Burt Lancaster. I believe uh is he in this movie? I don't fucking know. I think Bronson has a small part in this movie. I'm not 100% sure. It's been forever since I've seen it. No, I did not pay 32 for this. I got this for I don't even remember. That's not actually the price I paid for it. Um but yeah, really, really good Western right here. If you've never seen Vera Cruz, good stuff. Oh man. I was watching Simon's video, Explosive Action, and his reaction when he pulled this off his pile when he was doing his update was just like pure joy. You could just see how much he was in love with this release. And that's Terminal Invasion, Bruce Campbell, made for TV sci-fi film, I believe at the time. 2002 was like one of the early ones. Man, dude, I never saw this before until I got this Blu-ray. This is fucking fun, dude. It's such a fun, like bad movie. I loved it. It's really good stuff, man. It takes place in like basically in an airport terminal involving like aliens and shit. It's fun. It's really fun. But Bruce Campbell, good shit, man. Good shit. But yeah, I was just like We're getting this stuff from Kino, like made for TV fucking sci-fi films on Blu-ray. Spoiled. Scream Pretty Peggy, Betty Davis film. Now, I honestly didn't know really much about this one. My man Zach, he kept bugging me. He's like, "You didn't pick up that movie," and I'm like, "No, I did, I did. I just haven't done an update forever." So if you're watching this, here it is, Zach. Scream Pretty Peggy. Good old Betty Davis, man. I absolutely love Betty Davis. There's just something oracle about her, man. I don't know what it is, man. She's always so tantalizing to watch. She's just an interest. She was an interesting person. 1973, but looks pretty cool. Now, this is one of the releases of last year. And again, going back to Simon, Explosive Action, he was amped the shit when he showed this one off too. And I see why. I'd heard of this movie before. I didn't really know a lot about it. But the premise behind this is fucking amazing. And that's Kamikaze. This is one of my I am in love with this movie. The idea basically is about this dude that's just like fed up with everything, and he creates this way to kill people through the TV, and he builds this gun basically that can shoot people through the TV. And now these people got to figure out how these like news anchors and stuff are getting shot on TV because there's like no one there and shit. It's a fucking crazy ass idea. It's so cool, man. It's a French film, so you are gonna have to put on your reading glasses there, folks. Um, but really unique shit, man. This was awesome. I was a little bit disappointed that there was no reversible artwork on this. I don't really see the point of having a slipcover the same. I just never understood that. So, but anyways, Kamikaze, fucking awesome film. Upgraded Needful Things to yeah. So this one actually has two cuts of the film. Now, I've never watched the full TV cut of the film. It's crazy to think about it because like this movie's 120 minutes. The TV cut's 191. That's 3 hours and 11 minutes. That's a long motherfucking or that's a big ass difference, dude. Like 71 minutes. I really want to check it out one time. I did rewatch this and rekindle my like for it, man. I when this book came out, when Stephen King's novel came out, I bought that, I think in the early 90s and read it right away. And I loved the book. I thought the idea behind Needful Things was so cool. And then the movie came out, like a year or two later. It was pretty shortly after the book came out. And I was uber disappointed with this, man, because like the book was so fresh in my mind. It was just so much better. My ideas, like when you read and you visualize shit, and it's so much better than when you actually get it. And I never really paid much attention. Like I picked up the DVD of this long time ago, watched it, and I was like, eh. But I don't know. There's something about this last watch, and I was like, okay, maybe because the book is so far removed for me, I have no idea. But I really like Needful Things. I think it's good. But I want to watch the TV cut, which is like 70 minutes longer, which is insane. So then we got Treasure of the Four Crowns, um, a Fernando Baldi film, Italian, total Indiana Jones type or Romancing the Stone type shit or something like that. Rip off. Italians always doing their fucking rip offs and shit. Um, but yeah, Fernando Balti, man. It's crazy, man. Yeah, Prepare a Coffin, Django Prepare a Coffin. He did that one, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I'm pretty curious to check this out because I love my Italian rip-offs. Like they're sometimes so much fun. So that one, let me know if you guys have seen that one because I'm really curious on that one. In Supervision 3D. No, thank you. More Chuck Norris here. I upgraded my other Blu-ray to the Kino of Code of Silence because I'm crazy like that. I have no idea. But I actually Code of Silence is one of my favorite, if not my favorite. No, Invasion USA, man. Code of Silence, Invasion USA. Probably my one and two is my favorites for Chuck Norris, but I love this movie. Code of Silence, great shit. We got this film from 1950. Don't really know much about it. It was kind of a cheapie. Then we got Shakedown. Pretty cool. So I don't really know much about this one, but it looks interesting. I think it's like a crime, almost like a noir type deal, thing like that. I'm not 100% sure, but then we got The Face at the Window, directed by George King. This is 1939. Again, 12.97, but I think I got all these for 9.99. At the end of the day, they were 9.99. So they were marked down again. They just didn't have the stickers on them. I believe that's what happened. But yeah, it was like crazy to find some of these Kinos and those other Scorpions in a dump bin. I was like, that's fucking nuts. I think this one was in there too. Straight to Hell. Um, which is pretty interesting. This is 1987 and it's got Courtney Love in it. This is like pre nose job Courtney Love, so she looks a lot different. It's really strange. I mean, this is like pre her and Kurt Cobain, her fame, everything. Like she was an actress before. A lot of people kind of didn't realize that. They kind of thought that the what was the People versus Larry Flint when she was in that one kind of like was her acting debut kind of thing. No, she was in a few films before that. So and here's one of them directed by Alex Cox. I like this movie. I think it's pretty cool. Straight to Hell. Pretty fun. Upgraded Bays Moy. Uh, Filthy fucking nasty ass film. Um, from 2000, dude. French film. And it is just, I believe it's French. Yeah, it's French. Just a really, really nasty piece of exploitation right here. Upgraded this one. Actually, I have the old Arrow DVD of this, which I might be cut. I'm not 100% sure if that thing is fully uncut or not because it is from Arrow. I'm not sure. But that was like an old DVD from like 2008 or something like that. It's crazy. But I believe this is fully uncut. So but yeah, nasty stuff right here. Finally got around to picking up 100 Rifles with the beautiful Raquel Welch. Rest in peace. Rest in peace to Jim Brown, who passed away too. Burt Reynolds, fuck, the whole cast is dead. 100 Rifles, been years and years since I've seen this, but man, Raquel Welch is just, fuck. Jim Brown, fuck, you can't go wrong with Jim Brown, man. It's awesome. Now, this one, I remember seeing back in the day, and I don't remember a thing about it. Like, I know I've seen this movie, and I cannot think of anything, but it's Once Upon a Crime. And look at this cast. It's got John Candy, James Belushi, Sybil Shepherd, Richard Lewis is in it. That's fucking awesome, man. George Hamilton. It's just crazy. This cast is nuts. So, 1992, obviously comedy, but yeah, had to grab that one. It was in the dump bin. This is another one that was in the dump bin. Nightmare Midnight Lace. Uh, it says it's a shocking Hitchcockian thriller, wonderful, directed by David Miller, who directed Sudden Fear. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Just looks unique. I didn't really know much about it. It was in the dump bin for 10 bucks. I was like, fuck it, grabbing it. It's Kino, not passing up Kinos for 10 that look interesting. We got the Crimson Gang, um, which I have not seen this Robert Ulrich film, and that's actually why I grabbed this because I was like, shit, Robert Ulrich directed this film. That's fucking amazing. So yeah, grab that one for a 10 spot. Had to grab this, Hitchcock movie, Murder. 1930 film, very, very early Hitchcock. I've seen this years and years ago. Don't really remember much about it, but for 10 bucks, not passing up Hitchcock. Another Hitchcock. We got Under Capricorn. This one is, yeah, 1949. It's more kind of early. Hitchcock with Ingrid Bergman. Michael Wielding's in this. Pretty cool. Had to grab Crooklyn. This is just an upgrade for me. Spike Lee joint. When this movie first came out in 94, wasn't really the biggest fan of it. But upon rewatching this one a couple times over the years, I gained a real big appreciation. I was 14 when I first watched it, so I wasn't really too on the up and up of what he was trying to say here. But yeah, pretty good. Mo Better Blues. Always loved this joint with Denzel Washington. Great performance in this film. Who else is in it? Wesley Snipes is in it. Yeah. 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 Good stuff. So Mo Better Blues, good stuff. And this one right here, we've got Wild Geese 2. Yes, there is a sequel to Wild Geese. It's crazy. Never seen it before, but again, for like a 10 spot, I'm not passing it up. So, but yeah, so that's the Kino stack Aru. Oh my God. Like, I don't even know what to do. This is getting out of control. And I don't have any idea how long this video is going on. So I might even have to like cut this in half. I have no idea how this is gonna work. All right, so I actually forgot about this stuff. It was sitting over on the ottoman here, so I might as well just throw this in the middle here before we continue along with the boutique stuffs and then the box sets and shit like that. But yeah, this is just some animated stuff that I picked up. So if you're not interested, just skip by this. Yeah. So I picked up Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers complete series on Blu-ray. This was uber cheap, man. I was shocked to come across this. I think it was like 20 bucks for the whole series, Disney release. And I was like, damn, that's really good price for that. So I copped it. Childhood favorite, love it. I grabbed the Hanna-Barbera, the completely mental misadventures of Ed Grimley. Oh my God, dude. This shit is like, it's so batshit. This Martin Short. I think it's based off his character from SCTV. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. This is like the weirdest fucking cartoon in the world. I remember seeing episodes of this back in the day, and then I came across this DVD and I was like, shit, dude, I gotta pick this up. It is so strange. It is so freaking strange. It's got live action stuff like at the beginning of the episodes, and it's just mental. It's like totally bizarre shit. Really fun stuff. Like if you're into this really strange, man, there was a period where Hanna-Barbera Studios was putting out so much weird content. This is one of them. It's fucking strange. Speaking of hilarity from Hanna-Barbera, we got Chuck Norris, Karate Commandos. Again, they would like start it with like live action stuff. The complete series. It's like it's so bad. It's amazing. I love this shit, dude. It's so good. It's still sealed, but I actually have some episodes on some other box sets that I have and shit. And like it's hilarious. Now, this I actually forgot this even existed, and I came across this and I was like, oh my God, I gotta grab this. This is too funny. And that is the Cops animated series, the complete series of Cops. Like, they actually made a Cops animated series. I remember, like, I completely forgot. I've watched a few episodes of this growing up as a kid and stuff, and then completely forgot about it and came across this for dirt cheap. And I was like, shit, dude, I gotta grab this. It's like a fucking brick, dude. It's amazing. Pretty good stuff I was watching like not too long ago. Then I grabbed the complete series of The Critic. Yeah, man, I remember really loving this show, and I completely again just kind of forgot all about it. John Lovitz is funny as hell in this shit. It's just really fun, man. I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen this, so I haven't actually rechecked out anything from this. What was it like the mid 94, 95? Yeah, I remember when this came out, so pretty cool stuff. Yes, I grabbed the Gem and the Holograms box set. This is actually from Shout Factory. This was really cheap too. I couldn't believe it for a Shout Factory complete series. Another thing that I watched growing up, very nostalgic. And you guys know me. I have probably one of the most ridiculous animated um, collections. One day I'll do a whole overview. I've been asked a few times to show it all, and I have tons and tons of crazy shit. So, but yeah, this is one that was just missing from the collection. Childhood favorite. Always liked it. And then I didn't even own this, but I had to grab this Thundercats complete series, show that I watched over and over and over again growing up, and I loved it. And I put this on not too long ago. Like usually every Saturday I wake up and I have my fucking sugary cereals and watch cartoons. That's what I do. I actually didn't do it today because I had hockey with the kids. So, but yeah, it's something I'd watch every morning would be Thundercats. Pretty cool stuff here. A couple Blu-rays. I got into this show recently and I love it so much. And that's Rick and Morty. This shit is for film fans, horror fans. Oh, dude, there's so many great references in this. It's funny as fucking hell. It's almost mean-spirited at times. It's amazing. I love Rick and Morty. So season one on Blu-ray, season two on Blu-ray, and season three. I've watched all three of these. I just got to get the other ones now. I'll pick up the other seasons soon when I get around to it. A couple more here. We got the streaming wars, South Park, the two special events here, streaming wars part 1 and 2. Amazing stuff. And here's the complete 26th season. Yes, it is DVD because I have all the other ones on DVD, so I just kept buying them on DVD. I just didn't want to break that mold. Maybe one day I'll get rid of them and buy all the Blu-rays. I don't know, but I'm fine with the DVDs. So, but yeah, so it's South Park season 26. And I did complete my Scooby-Doo made for television or straight to DVD movies. I picked up the rest of them that I was actually missing. So here's Scooby-Doo and Crypto 2, the original movie. And I believe this is the one that just came out. Is this the one, the brand new one? I can't even remember. Anyways, so grab this one. I think this is actually like the latest one, but I haven't even watched it yet. So grab that one. Didn't have Frank and Creepy. Grab that one right there. Um, Moon Monster Madness. I needed that one, which is pretty cool. That one's pretty good. Um, yeah, so chill out Scooby-Doo. Fun. But then again, I like all the Scooby-Doo shit. So, me, my Scooby-Doo. Abracadabra Doo. Um, yeah, it's missing that one. Mask of the Blue Falcon. This one was actually a little bit harder to find for a good price. I don't know what it was about that one. This one was fucking pain in the ass too. Music of the Vampire, original movie. So that one, and then Big Top Scooby-Doo. Big Top Scooby-Doo, yes. Yeah, so that's it. So I actually have I think there's like, fuck, I don't know, like 45 of these movies. Like I have them all now. So I'm happy to have completed the Scooby-Doo collection. I'm just working on the actual TV series, which I have a bunch of those too. But I love me Scooby-Doo, man. I've always been a huge fan. So that's the child in me with the Scooby-Doo shit. But yeah, so animated stuff here. Let's continue along with some boutique label stuff here. Should we get into some Severin? It is the closest stuff to me right now, and I'll just kind of keep going down the line. And yeah, all right. Bad Biology. Yes, this is the just the standard. It's the Blu-ray. I was gonna get the 4K, but this was like $25 cheaper just for the Blu-ray, and I was like, do I really need a 4K of Bad Biology? So, but I mean, for $25 cheaper, I'm fine with this. I have the DVD. It's actually signed by R.A. the Rugged Man. I met him at a concert. I got a album signed and I bought Bad Biology, and he was just like shocked as hell to see someone actually bring it. He'd never signed one at a show before. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, if you've never seen Bad Biology, check it out. It is filthy nasty, fucking hilarity, man. It's Henenlotter, not at his greatest, but it's fun. It's fun shit. Then we got the Complete Comic Strip Presents Channel 4 Films. The wife got me this for Christmas. I've been very intrigued by this. I think it's like access cable shit and stuff like that. I don't even really know. I didn't really look too much into it. I think that's kind of what it is. Um, but it just looks so intriguing. I like these weird type releases and stuff. Like this is the type of shit I just love to throw on and just yeah, learn. So this is kind of funny. So the wife bought me this for Christmas too. They sent two copies for some odd reason. So I have two copies of Drowning by Numbers. So I don't know what the fuck. Could have returned it, but I guess she just didn't. I have no idea. But anyways, you got two copies of this. Drowning by Numbers. Heard really fucking good things about this movie, so looking forward to checking that one out. Thank you to the wife for that one. We got Alien from the Abyss. Um, yeah, this was awesome. This was really, really good. Man, I love Severin dropped some of the craziest shit, dude. Alien from the Abyss, good stuff right there. Then we got Extraterrestrial Visitors, The Second Coming. Um, yeah. Oh man, it's funny because I've said so many times I'm not the hugest fan of ET. I never have been. Even as a child, I was never a big fan. When Mac and Me came out, I was like, that's my favorite. I like Mac and Me better. But then I watched this and I was like, now this is my fucking favorite. This is some crazy off the wall shit right here, man. You got to see it to believe it, man. You got to see it to believe it. 1983, total ripoff, but it's just it's bad shit, man. That artwork though is fucking awesome. Good stuff. Then we got Private Crimes, Sergio Martino. Was it 1992? Yeah, this was in the 90s. 1992. Crazy. Edward Fennick, Ray Lovelock. Yeah, I really gotta check this out, man. I've been very intrigued by this because it was like produced by Fennick, directed by Sergio Martino, who's like one of the greatest Italian directors of all time. In fact, he never missed with Giallos. He's probably the only big name Giallo director that never really missed with one. But yeah, so this is intriguing. I got to check out that soon. Now I'm so happy to finally get a release of I can never fucking pronounce this properly, but it's Action Mutanti. I don't know how the fuck to pronounce this, and that's really bad glare. But I believe this did it have a DVD release by someone before? I can't even remember. I'm not 100% sure. But this is one that I had like basically on a list, and I was like, yeah, Severin's they're the company to do it, and they did. Then we got the Dogs, French film, I believe. Yeah, I actually was taken back by this one a little bit. Didn't really know much about this one, so and it does say the American Home Video premiere. So yeah, I was very intrigued by this. Whenever there's shit that I've completely never heard of, I'm always just blown away. So pretty cool. Finally picked up a copy of The Beast in the Cellar. Um, it's like a slow burn, decent film, 1970. It's fun stuff, man. Full core classic for the first time on Blu-ray. I just took me forever to get around to picking up a copy of this. I actually kind of forgot about this one, and I think I grabbed it on a Severin sale or something like that for really cheap. I can't remember, but happy to have that one in the collection. Kind of a kids movie, Journey to the Center of the Earth, 1977. Yeah, it is on the Severin Kid line. Oh shit, I just realized I never even noticed that before. Severin Kids. Shit. It's like kind of a kids movie. Well, there you go. It's on the Severin Kids line. Fucking crazy. Uh have not seen this since I was a kid. So I'm really looking forward to checking this out. I think my kid actually might even like this one. Yeah, this is really interesting too, man. Luigi Cozi's Blood on Melissa's Moon, plus the Little Wizards of Oz. It's got a bunch of shit on here, man. This is like a crazy release. Um, yeah, so this is intriguing. I didn't know anything about this one, but again, being Luigi Cozy, got to check it out. Um, Finally got around to grabbing this ridiculous edition of Sante Sangre from Jodorowsky. This movie right here is so stunning. It is absolutely so stunning to look at. Like even the DVD of this movie looked really damn good. Pretty crazy release. It's got like what? Well, it had 4 discs, so yeah, at least it landed the right way. These things are always coming out, but yeah, so 4 discs, 4K release of Sante Sangre. Now, if there's any film you probably need to see in 4K, it's probably this one. Like I said, I didn't even have the Blu-ray. I never bought the standard Blu-ray of this because I was like, well, my DVD looks great. Then we get a 4K. So I had to grab that and got this. I believe I bought this on the Severin sale for super cheap too. So, but yeah, awesome. And then, yeah, so we got Libido. Um, Heard really good things about this one. Uh, Apparently it's a really good, it's an early Giallo too. 1965. I mean, this is very early stuff right here. So very intrigued by this. Let me know if you guys have watched it. Yeah, fucking love it, man. Nightmare. But the crazy thing about Nightmare, it's on 4K. It's crazy. Um, this is like my fourth or fifth time I bought this movie. I just keep buying Nightmare because I absolutely love Nightmare. Um, it's got crazy amounts of features and shit. It's just silly, man. What a crazy edition. Love that artwork. One of my favorites, one of my all-time favorites. But I really do. I have too many editions of that. Really good film here. Out of the Blue, directed by Dennis Hopper. I was really didn't know much about this one and was kind of taken back by this while I was watching. Really good performance here. She's 15. The only adult she admires is Johnny Rotten. Out of the Blue. Good stuff. Really punky film. Good stuff. Like fucking batshit ending. It's pretty gnarly. Pretty gnarly shit. I highly recommend it. And then one of the last video nasties I actually needed for my collection, I Miss You Hugs and Kisses. Canadian exploitation film. I believe it's Canadian. Yeah, exploitation ripped from the headlines. It was based on real events, I believe the story was. So finally made its way from like VHS obscurity to fucking Blu-ray, completely skipped DVD. Banned as video nasty 1984. It's a decent movie. It's not like it's nothing too crazy. I don't really understand why it was actually fully banned and shit. It doesn't seem that hardcore to me, but then again, a lot of the films on the video nasty list don't really seem like they should be. It's just a lot of the titles got themselves banned. But so, anyways, yeah, it's the Severin stuff right there. Yeah. All right, so continuing along, let's get into Screen Factory, Show Factory stuff. Finally made its way to Blu-ray, survived in the game. Absolutely love this movie, man. Crazy cast. The fucking amazing Ice-T, Rutger Hauer, Charles D. Dutton, John C. McGinley, William, what the fuck is that guy's like? Gary Busey. Crazy fucking cast. We all know the story. Pick up, basically trick Ice-T into hunting him. Yeah, it's good shit, man. Ernest Dickerson directed it. Good stuff. Then we got The Morning After, James Fonda, Jeff Bridges. Yeah, and yeah, that's right. This thing got all fucked up. I got like a crease in the fucking artwork there. Decent film, decent film. I'm a huge Jeff Bridges fan, so Jane Fonda looks great in this film too. But decent film, decent little thriller. The Pack finally coming to Blu-ray for 1977. We just covered this actually on Zoology Dogs. I believe that was Zoology 2. Maybe it was one. I don't know. No, that wasn't one. That was Cockroaches. I think it's volume 3 or something like that. Good stuff. It did have a remake, kind of a loose remake, a few years back. That was actually released by Scream Factory also. That was pretty decent. I do prefer this one right here. Good stuff. Killer Dogs. Haven't seen this one forever. My Demon Lover. Unless it, I'm still a little bit confused if I've seen this or not. I might be getting this confused with something else. It is from 87. I was thinking this movie was like 1990, but My Demon Lover looks like more of a comedy. Then we got The Strangler or the Strangler. I don't know if I've ever actually seen this one before. I think I'm getting this confused with The Strangler from like 1970. I think there's another movie. But yeah, Scream Factory finally made its way to Blu-ray, Private Parts, one of my all-time favorites. I love this movie. I used to champ this movie all the time. I have like the old out of print DVD and stuff, and I kept saying to myself, somebody's gonna put this out on Blu-ray someday. Really, really bizarre oddity movie. Got some blow up dolls, got some weird shit going on, set in a hotel. It's good stuff. If you've never seen Private Parts, awesome film, man. Really highly recommend that. Coma, good film with Michael Douglas. Imagine your life hangs on a thread. Imagine your body hangs by a wire. Imagine you're not imagining. Coma. Good shit. Yeah, I like this movie, man. It's a good thriller. It's a good thriller. It's cool. I'd seen it before. I had it like on one of those old 4 packs or some shit like that, but thought it'd upgrade. Then I had to do this. So I did have the old Olive release, Night of the Demons 2, but this apparently uh it actually doesn't even say that it's a new transfer. Fucking typical Scream Factory, right? They're so goddamn lazy. So maybe it is the same transfer, I'm not sure, but it of course has features. It has tons of new features. In fact, the if you guys know anything about all the films, they just didn't do features. So if you're into the feature game, lots of new shit on there right there. So the highly underrated Night of the Demons 2, I think it's got a great cast. Like some of the women in here are so damn beautiful, man. Like Zoe Trillian, man. Oh, dude. Oh, it's so hot, man. Amanda Kincaid, which I met recently. She's awesome. Who signed the first one. And then finally making its way to Blu-ray, which is Night of the Demons 3. So I can retire that old shitty ass DVD of mine. I'll probably just send it out to the cabin with all my other movies that either the ones I don't get rid of that I'll potentially watch on DVD out there. Anyways, Night of the Demons 3. Not as good as the other ones, but I still really enjoyed Night of the Demons 3. It's better than the fucking shitty ass Night of the Demons remake. Uh, then we got Stephen King's Thriller. What a bunch of Stephen King stuff in here today. One, I never did grab the all of Blu-ray of this. I was never the hugest fan of of Thinner. I think the book is way better. I own the book. I've read it. I think the book is so much better than the movie. Um, but I mean, Tom Holland did a decent job with this movie. It's got like a weird tone to it sometimes. It just feels cheap at times. I don't know. But the last time I watched it was a few years back, and I liked it a lot more. So I was like, you know what? I'll upgrade my DVD. So that's the reason why I never grabbed the olive, because I wasn't like the hugest fan. But another one the wife got me for Christmas here was the Bill and Ted's Most Excellent Collection from Shout Factory. Pretty cool stuff. Double discs, big fat case. I'm a huge fan of these movies. Childhood favorites. Everybody knows that shit. Another one the wife grabbed me was The Explorers. I've actually never seen this film. River Phoenix, rest in peace to River Phoenix. Ethan Hawke. Yeah, it's like a kids movie that I somehow completely missed. It's like 1985. Very, very young Ethan Hawke there. Look at that. Like he's super, super young. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I must have missed this one as a kid. Unless I saw it and I just don't remember. But yeah, it's very crazy. Another one here from Shout Factory, which I was shocked this came out from Shout Factory. I was expecting this to come out from Kino because they've dropped so much Chuck Norris films, kind of like Bronson and stuff like that. But this one ends up coming out from Shout Factory along with a couple films that I thought would be on Kino also. It's so crazy. But Force Vengeance, I'm so happy to retire my fucking shitty ass DVD of this, man, with Force Vengeance. Love this one. Early 80s, 1982. Good stuff here. Really, really good stuff. Awesome. Love the artwork on that too, actually. It's pretty cool. Yeah, so this I thought was coming from Kino. It just seemed like it was a Kino title, but ended up coming from Shout Factory and that St. Ives. Finally, never actually grabbed the kind of budget DVD of this. I can't remember who put out the DVD, but it always looked shitty to me. But St. Ives, Bronson, another one for the Bronson collection. Love me some Charles Bronson, as you guys know. Telephone. This I totally thought this was going to be Kino also, but yeah, Shout Factory with Telephone. I've actually never seen this movie, so I'm looking forward to checking this out for the first time. So I could have grabbed the DVD for years, but I was like, you know what? It's coming to Blu-ray. Coming to Blu-ray. Getting better with that. All right, so yeah, so that's Scream Factory, Shout Factory. Not too much, actually. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I got some crazy box sets from Shout Factory. Crazy box sets. Anyways, Mondo Macabre titles, The Witch's Mountain, which I've heard, I think, well, this is obviously just the standard edition of it, but yeah, I've heard really good things about this one. 1972 Spanish film. Good stuff. Then we got Dr. Caligari. This is just the Blu-ray. I believe it's on 4K. There was another edition, red case. I didn't grab the red case ones. Actually, I think these ones sold out like right away. I didn't even have a chance, but Dr. Caligari, yeah, there is a 4K of this now. I did grab this package though, but the red cases, it was just whatever. Night of the Executioner, pretty cool stuff here. Paul Naschy film, actually directed by Paul Naschy, and it's later, man. It's like 1992. Like, look at that. Older Naschy, man. 1992, Paul Naschy, crazy. Now, this one, I wasn't 100% sure on really what to do with this one. But Ravishing Danny, this includes second feature, The Girl Who Can't Stop. I guess that's anim or it's drawn. I don't know, man. If I can really show probably not. It's probably gonna get flagged like I always get fucking flagged for everything. Probably can't even show the back. Oh, no, totally can't. There's totally bare titties on there. Oh, and there's even Muff. Wow, this is completely unacceptable to be shown on YouTube. Anyways, The Fear, heard really good stuff about this one. This is, yeah, a Greek film. So I love me some Greek films, man. There's a lot of really good Greek films out there. Kind of an underrated country for films, to be honest. But yeah, this one looks pretty cool. Fear and The Broken Mirror. I believe this is this is a French film. Right. So The Broken Mirror. And of course, these are always limited to like 1200. Yeah, this one actually is 1500. Interesting enough. I don't know why. It's so weird that some were limited like that. But anyways, so some Mondo Macabro stuff. Yeah. All right. So continuing along here, let's get into some Arrow standard Blu-rays. We got Enter the Void, Gaspar Noé film. Upgrade for myself. Man, I forget, like, there's a 161-minute and 143-minute version. That's just fucking insane. I'm pretty sure I've seen the longer one, but yeah, visually, it's out there. Millionaires Express, Sammo Hung film. I believe he directed this, right? Yeah, he directed this film. It's got my homegirl Cynthia Rothrock in this film. I mean, really, you recognize half the cast in this one. If you're into Asian cinema, so it has 4 different cuts on this. There's a 97, 102, 93, and 109-minute cut. Like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So there's a second disc. It's got an English export cut and the recent hybrid cuts, containing footage for the theatrical extended cuts, the longest version possible, which is obviously the 109 version. Yeah, crazy, crazy shit, man. So, right, good stuff. Upgrade for myself, Audrey Rose. It's been so long since I've seen this film. Yeah, Anthony Hopkins film. Remember this one being kind of a slow burn. It's almost 2 hours. Yeah, that's probably why. But Audrey Rose, upgrade. Another upgrade from Scream Factory actually put out this on a double feature, like a TV double feature, whatever. They said it was never coming to Blu-ray. Here's Arrow dropping the Blu-ray of the Initiation of Sarah. Now, does this movie have a remake? I think this movie actually has a remake, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure it does, actually. But yeah, Initiation of Sarah. I like this TV film. I think it's good. Then I grabbed the stylus. Now, I liked it when it came out. And I picked this one up because I was on the Arrow sale and it was like £5. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna pick this up. Gonna give this make my wife watch this one because she's a stylist herself. We own a salon. And I think that she would kind of dig the premise behind this because she can probably relate because she's kind of fucking crazy herself. She doesn't watch my videos, so she's not gonna catch that. But yeah, the stylist, pretty cool stuff. I like the idea behind it. Then we got the Dementor. Pretty cool release, man. This actually comes with Jugface too, which I actually have on Blu-ray, but I love Jugface. So I want to really check this movie out, Dementor. I think this is the film he did before or after. I can't even remember if this was the one before. It might be after. I don't know. Help me out, folks. Help me out. I don't know what I'm fucking talking about. I can't remember. But yeah, same director. So, but yeah, I love Jugface. Actually, one of my favorite modern horror films. Love it. These next two I grabbed kind of a side grade. I have the all of Blu-rays, but I really wanted them for the features that are on them because like the all of Blu-rays are just bare bones, right? And they were five pounds. So, and I just never, I always put these things in my cart and I never pick them up. But I was like, I might as well grab them before they go out of print. And I'm just like, why didn't I grab those? Because you know me, I love my blaxploitation, huge blaxploitation fan. But Jack Hill's Coffee and Foxy Brown, um, again directed by Jack Hill, classics. I mean, Pam Grier, man, fucking still to this day is beautiful as hell, man. Okay, so that is Arrow Blu-rays. Getting into some Cauldron films. Actually, this is kind of like a sister label to Cauldron. You can buy this on the website. It's like Neon Eagle Video, I think is what it is. It's their first release, but it's through Cauldron. And that's Kill Butterfly Kill. Super stoked that this got a release, man. I have heard such good things about this movie. Well, interesting things about this film. And it actually has. Okay, so yeah, it's got the alternate cut, American Commando 6. Kill Butterfly Kill alternate cut. Why the fuck is it called American Commando 6? That's random. Um, but yeah, so finally gets a release. Pretty cool stuff right there. Frankenstein 80. This is number 14 in the range. No slip, whatever. I don't really give a shit. I don't care. But I really love what Cauldron's doing. They put out great releases and stuff. But I still got to get a couple more. They just released Ratman, which I don't actually have yet. Got to get around to that. I got to upgrade my Shameless DVD on Ratman because it's fucking Ratman. It's amazing. Anyways, Frankenstein 80. Not a great movie. I've seen it before, but it's definitely worth owning. Then we got Top Line, which is just kind of totally fucking out there. Also known as Alien Terminator. This thing has everything going on in it. It's kind of so bad it's good. You kind of got to see it to believe what you're seeing. But it's got George Kennedy, Franco Nero, one of my all-time favorites in Top Line, Alien Terminator. Good shit. Then we've got Ruggero Deodato's, I guess, known as Off Balance, which of course has Donald Pleasance in it, Edward Fenwick, which I'm more familiar with Phantom of Death, which I do have the DVD, the Shameless DVD, I think. So I've always known it as Phantom of Death. I never knew about the Off Balance title, to be honest. But anyways, Phantom of Death, good film. Kind of a later Deodato. Was it 1987? Yeah, 1987 Deodato. I think it's pretty cool for what it is. Yep. So happy to see it get a fucking good Blu-ray release. And I've heard crazy things about this one, The Last Match. I haven't gotten around to watching it yet, but hearing descriptions about this, especially from a man Simon, aka Explosive Action, he said there's some nutty things going on in this one. But I can just see that there is because of this artwork. So yeah, I mean, football team. Henry Silva's in this. Ernest Borgnine, crazy. Charles Napier's in this. Like, fuck, this cast is crazy, dude. This is absolutely batshit, dude. Awesome. Crazy, crazy shit. Grab the 4K, just a standard version of. I actually wanted to grab the other edition, but it was so expensive, dude. It was gonna cost me like $100. I'm like, fuck that. I already have like probably 20 editions of City Living Dead. It's one of my all-time favorite movies. It's like in my top 10 personal favorite films. But I was like, man, it's so crazy. So I just picked this one up. 4K looks fantastic. I think Arrow's doing a 4K of this right now or something like that too. So fucking there's so many editions of City Living Dead. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Fulci, my favorite director. I always got to support these releases. So, but yeah, awesome. Grabbed up Seder. This is number 9 in the range. This was a film that came out a couple years back, 2019. I think that's about the time I watched it. Very kind of very atmospheric, uh like folk horror in a sense. From what I remember, it's like very, yeah, it says unsettling art house horror. I mean that's probably a good way of putting it. It's very art housey. It's shot like that. Probably not for everybody. I thought it was very well done and good. I watched this online at the time, and I was surprised to see Calder put out a modern film like this, but pretty cool stuff because they don't really do a lot of modern stuff. But into some 88 films releases, we got Magic Cop, which is fantastic. I love this movie. It's just it's literally magic cops. It's crazy. I thought it was really fun. I fucking love that artwork, man. I love that. Good stuff, good Hong Kong stuff. I believe it's Hong Kong, yeah. In Cantonese. Oh, here's actually a whatever. I guess I'll just show us. It is a box set, but long arm of the law parts 1 and 2. So a little box set right there. Got that one. I've heard really good things about those films. So I'm looking forward to checking those out. Then we got Jackie Chan's Gorgeous, which I've actually never seen this before. So I'm looking forward to checking this out. I believe this is, yeah, this is like it's a 1999 film, which is crazy. So it's a little bit later for Jackie Chan. Yeah, interesting. So yeah, I don't really know much about that one. It's crazy. Upgrade, Taxi Driver. Come on, man. It's fucking amazing. Um, yeah. Anthony Wong, outstanding, directed by Herman Yao. Can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. Then we got Tentacles, from the Italian line, Italian film. Good stuff. And this is number 77 from 1977. A lot of sevens on there. Yeah, I like that. Kind of a side grade. I do have the Scream Factory also. Grab the Cannibal Holocaust 4K. I know it's cut a little bit in the UK still. I'm not really that concerned about what is cut. I know what's cut. It's just the scene with that little rat thing. It's a vile scene anyways. I really don't like watching it. So I'm not I'm not unhappy that that's chopped by a couple seconds. It doesn't really bother me. I have I have this movie on uncut versions anyways, multiple versions of Cannibal Holocaust, but I will say the 4K looks fantastic of this. Artwork's awesome, but I needed it for the Italian collection anyways. So it's number 79. Um, yeah, Cannibal Holocaust, good stuff. Can't go wrong. Classic. Hitcher in the Dark. It's just ridiculous. I had to pick this up, but because I already have like 3 other copies of Hitcher in the Dark. How the fuck do I have so many copies of Lindsay's Hitcher in the Dark? It's ridiculous. But I do. Again, Knife of Ice, another kind of side grade. I have this also in the Carol Baker box sets, Umberto Lenzi box sets. So yep. And then we've got Hatchet for the Honeymoon, Mario Bava. Got it on the Italian right here, number 69. Yeah, Hatch for the Honeymoon stuff right there. Yeah, okay, so that is going to be it for the Italian collection. All right, so let's continue along with this update. We're going to get into some of the Vinegar Syndrome sister label stuff or partner label stuff, which I have a massive fucking stack. Too much fucking stuff. Oh, and I think I have a beer behind here, so yeah. All right, so first up from Deaf Crocodile. I mean, I buy the odd title from them. This one really intrigued me. I believe it's from 1986. It's like a Hungarian film or something like that. It's a animated film called Cat City. Yeah, and I don't think it's for kids. It's like an adult film. I think it says Hungarian. Yeah, Hungarian with English subtitles. So this is really interesting. Yeah, I really don't know. Like honestly, that's what I love about these sister labels is shit like this. I mean, it sold me right away. I was like, animated, Hungarian from the 80s, like adult. I'm like, okay, sign me up, man. It's pretty crazy. So Cat City, I think Deaf Crocodile is, I think that's the company. They've done a few animated things. Might have to check out some more, but I'm really looking forward to checking this one out. It's good. Now, brand new label called, it's called Art Label. It's fucking called Art Label. And I didn't even know. Like I just saw this and I was like, this looks really cool. But Surf Reality, Movie the Month Club Collection, New York City, 1991 to 1992. And yeah, it's like all these type of fucking like movies and shit. And I was like, this is awesome. See, I love weird, obscure, bizarro shit like this. I have no idea what to expect from any of these. So if you guys have seen any of these movies, let me know. So it's like Turf of Savage Homicides. I don't know. Les Enfants Miserables. I don't know. Alien Sex Phone Psycho. Thrill Kill Video Cub. I Was a Teenage Bride of Christ. Dick and Jane Drop Acid and Die. Maniac a Go Go and Kid Scarface. Dick and Jane Drop Acid and Die. Oh my God. That is a great fucking title. Okay, so yeah, that's fucking amazing. Macbeth, King of Scot or Scoutland. God, good shit. All right, so yeah, this one is from Yellow Veal, another documentary, which I couldn't believe how fast this thing sold out, like the slipcover and everything. And I didn't really care, but I just couldn't believe like how interested people were in this documentary. That's pretty cool that people were buying this up. But We Kill for Love, documentary about like 90s like thriller, that kind of subgenre and stuff like that. So that's pretty fucking cool, man. Like they made a whole documentary about erotic thrillers and that time period, which, if you're familiar with any of those type of movies from the early 90s and shit, they all have that same type of feel. Like you could pop it on and be like 1991, 1992. Like you just know the time period. It's crazy. Um, so pretty cool, man. I see Jim Warnowski's talking in here, Fred Olin Ray, Linda Ruth Williams. Oh, pretty cool, man. Oh, Monique Parent. Oh, cool, man. I can't wait to check that out. It's gonna be cool. And then I grabbed Screen Queen, which the claws are out. Yeah, I really like that slipcover. That's actually really cool, man. And this was from ETR Media. So yeah, and of course, if you guys aren't familiar with what this is, it's basically the documentary about Nightmare on Elm Street 2, dubbed as the gayest horror movie ever made. Um, they still to this day claim that they weren't making the gayest movie ever, but it just came across like that. I think the most ironic part about the whole thing is that the guy that plays the lead in it, what's his name, Mark Patton, was actually gay in real life, and it's crazy. So, um, but my appreciation for Nightmare on Elm Street 2 has grown over the years. I never liked it as a direct sequel to the first film. I think that that movie should have came later in the franchise once they established all the rules, that they just changed it up so quick. I think Nightmare on Elm Street 2 is a great film. It's just a bad sequel to the original, where part three really is kind of the actual sequel. But you guys, anyways, it's my favorite franchise, so I always feel like I need to express my opinions on it. But yeah, great documentary right here. Scream Queen, loved it. Um, then we got what the fuck is this about? Oh yeah, at the video store. Yeah, at the video store documentary. Yeah, so an offbeat and bittersweet documentary featuring Bill Hader, John Waters, Lance Bangs, blah blah blah. An entire community level weirdos signature. Yeah, basically, talking about video stores and shit like that. So pretty cool, man. I love me some documentaries. It's one thing that I can sit around and watch all day is documentaries. I just love learning. Um, so this was a really interesting release from Altered Innocence. I wasn't expecting this to come out, and that is Irreversible. So the Monica Bellucci film, Vincent Castle, original cut, straight cut. It's got two different versions of it. Pretty cool. I don't know why you'd watch the original. Or is the original cut the one? I don't even know which version is which, but I think I've only ever seen like the hardcore one. But for Irreversible, it's mind numbing to watch in a good way. It's done purposely. Um, yeah, Gasper knows it's crazy. This one I've heard really good things about too. Alexis Arquette, and Jack the Nimble, and this is also on the Altered Innocence line. A Gothic Gem from New Zealand returns. I think they deal with like Altered Innocence does a lot of like gay and lesbian stuff, LGBTQ stuff. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's kind of the basis in this one also. I'm not really too sure, but I've heard really good things about Jack B. Nimble. Never seen it before. Early 90s film. Yeah, don't know. And this one I thought was really cool too, man. That's Luz. Yeah, Luz. This one came out a couple years back. German film. Yeah, pretty good stuff here. Yeah, I was surprised to see this one on the label, actually, to be honest. But yeah, Luz, really good stuff right there. We got a couple culture shock titles, which are no longer on the Vinegar Syndrome as a sister label, which sucks because I was collecting everything and I loved the label. And yeah, so the last two titles that they released on there, which is Devi Does Demons, which I couldn't believe how fast this thing sold. I didn't even get a slipcover. I was like, holy fuck, crazy. And I believe this is it a Donald Farmer? Yeah, it is a Donald Farmer film. So if you know Donald Farmer, man, he's kind of a legend in the shot on video game and stuff like that. So this is like a modern film, like 2022. So I'm pretty iffy on this one. I just love the title, Debbie Does Demons. It's pretty cool. But it is Donald Farmer, so I kind of know what I'm getting myself into. Some pretty budget shit. And then we got Virgin High, which I actually didn't know anything about. And it comes with Hot Under the Collar, a couple late night classics. I'm assuming just obviously sex comedies, but I'm a big fan of sex comedies. I love sex comedies. It's funny because I'm not like into like buying like porno and shit. I just sex comedies, I don't know, there's something unique about them. I don't know. I just like sex comedies are fun. All right, so what do we got here? Here we'll take out this little stack here. This is from VHS Shitface, Shitfest, I mean Shitface. And then we got Vile 21. Vile 21 from VH Shitfest. I've heard actually pretty good things about this one. So looking forward to checking this out. I believe this is another made by the mid 90s. Yeah. So another 90s probably shot on video type film, pretty much what they do. So that's pretty cool. Vile 21. Then we got Psycho Paul's Film Festival. Worst cult video. I love that. That's fucking amazing. Good stuff right there. Psycho Paul's film. Look at that artwork. Like you couldn't get any more. That's just amazing. Um, so sadistically funny satire of cheap horror exploitation films. Psycho Paul, a sinister, egotistical filmmaker, introduces previews and scenes from his films as a tribute to himself. Egotistical, holy fuck. That's almost borderline narcissistic, man. He believes that his films are the greatest and the worst films ever made. So yeah, well, pretty cool. Yeah, this looks pretty interesting. Good shit. Then we got one from Canny. I think this is Canny line. I didn't really know anything about this one. I just kind of reading up on it, and it looked pretty batshit. It's a Hong Kong film called Spacked Out. So again, it's what I like about the sister label stuff. You know, I'm not collecting all the candy, so I just buy an odd title here and there that looks pretty spacked out. This one's from 2000, Hong Kong film. Yeah, it just sounded interesting. Sounded really interesting to me. Something I'd be into, so check that one out soon. Then we got another kind of French extreme film, if you want to call it that, but Trouble Every Day from Claire Denis, or Denis, whatever you want to say. Yeah, I mean, I used to be a little bit indifferent on this one, but I think it's actually pretty well done. It's in English and French, but yeah, that's right. There is English in this too, but yeah, it's a French film, I believe. So Trouble Every Day from the Film Desk. Oh, I guess this is their first release, the Film Desk. I don't know. And then we got one from Dark Star here, and it's called Mafia Girl 1 and 2. They're drawn boobies. They're drawn boobies. A couple Larry Clark films I'd never seen before, so that was intriguing. I really fucking hope that Vinegar Syndrome ends up releasing, or somebody from the sister labels end up releasing like all the Larry Clark films and shit. We need good releases for all his back films and stuff like that. So, but this is a start though. These are more modern, like 2012 and 18. So pretty curious on this. Yeah, but if I see anything by Larry Clark, you should pick it up. Then we got another one from Dark Star here, and that's Pig Killer, based on the Robert Pickton killings that happened around where I live. I actually used to live in Vancouver when he was doing the serial killing. I used to pass his farm all the time. It's kind of crazy that I actually used to pass the farm where he was feeding his pigs all the prostitutes that he was killing. That's a true fucking story. It's fucking batshit now when I think about it. All these years later, they actually made a movie called Pig Killer. So if you don't know the story of Robert Pickton, he basically was a serial killer in Vancouver here, British Columbia, Canada, that was hunting prostitutes. Basically, he would take them off the streets and he would obviously murder, do whatever he did with them, and then he would feed them to the pigs. because pigs fucking eat everything. It's kind of a brilliant plan if you're sadistic like that. But ultimately, I think he claimed that like they figure he killed maybe 50 prostitutes, but he only got charged with maybe half of them or something because they could only prove by DNA and stuff that they only found DNA for like maybe half of them or whatever that is. So, but crazy story, crazy story. The fact that I was like right there, it's just nuts, man. It's just nuts to me. But yeah, pig killer, crazy stuff right there. Then we got some umbrella stuff here. This one right here, Sons of Steel. This is like number 10. This one I didn't know anything about, man. I saw the title and I was like, what the fuck is this? Um, yeah, I do not know anything about this one. So let me know if you guys have seen this one or know anything about this one, but pretty much everything that Umbrella's putting out is pretty good. So then we got Time Striker. Look at that artwork right there. It's crazy. Top Knot Detective. Like, it's amazing. It's amazing. This one, the greatest 90s samurai show you've never seen. Well, it is true. I haven't actually seen it. So then we got Night of Fear, which is a decent film, and we got Into the Dam double feature. Finally have a decent copy of Into the Damned. Like I've had multiple versions of that film over the years. Night of Fear, I think I still have a DVD or a Blu. I have something related to that. But yeah, pretty fucking cool, man. Whoa, wow. Night of 53 minutes. Is that what that is? That's only 53 minutes. Holy shit. But look at that artwork. That's a pretty cool drive-in double shock fest. Pretty cool stuff. So happy that they did Into the Damned. Always liked that one. This was an interesting film. Midnight Spares. Like a car film. Got a lot of wacky fucking characters in this shit. It's got that dude in it. Um, Whatever the fuck his name is. You guys know who he is. Um, yeah, I thought it was intriguing. It's an Aussie film. Cars, craziness, wacky ass characters, really fucking wacky ass characters. It's fun, man. It's kind of one you got to see to explain it. Death in Brunswick. Now this was cool. I watched this one too. Kind of an interesting Sam Neill. Like, fuck. It's been a while since I've watched it, but really like the artwork on that. Yeah, it's wacky. It's fucking wacky. Let's put it that way. Definitely wacky shit. I never grabbed I think Scorpion put out this DVD years ago of Shame, like a revenge film. It's exactly what the DVD looked like right there. It's a pretty good film. It's got some nastiness to it. I think it's got some pretty good performances and stuff in it also. So yeah, Shame. And she kind of like a revenge film. This was a fucking strange one, man. Spirits of the Air, uh, Gremlins of the Clouds. Like that title, Spirit of the Air, Gremlins of the Clouds. Like I'm not making this shit up. This was a weird fucking movie too, man. Very, very strange, but very enjoyable. I love the setting of it too. It was interesting. But yeah, it's one you got to see to believe, man. It's just, yeah. And then we've got Undead, which I oddly enough had to rebuy because I'd already bought this once before because I lost my copy somehow. No shit. I have no fucking idea what happened to it. Went to go watch it, could not find it anywhere. Craziest thing. I've never lost him. I own 15,000 movies, never lost one except for this one. It's craziest thing. I'm still looking for it. I can't find it. It's crazy. But yeah, so the New Zealand kind of Australian mashup, I believe, or maybe season. Um, Totally bizarre film. I always love this one, Undead. Really good stuff. Very unique. Very, very unique stuff. So I've never seen it. Give it a shot. I think I gotta get rid of these movies because they are gonna go down for the counts because it's just too much. All right, so we got a couple Canadian international picture releases. The Christmas Martian. Wow. Now this is a fuck man. Canada makes some of the weirdest movies in history. Like we have such. This is so fucking strange that I don't even want to give anything away. You got to pick up a copy of this and watch this at Christmas time because me and the wife must have looked at each other 100 times like, what in the fuck are we watching? It's so weird. It is so weird, man. Oh, it was like oddly enjoyable. It's like 1971. It's only 65 minutes long. So bizarre. That's all I'm gonna say. Minefield with Michael Ironside, Lisa Langios, whatever how you pronounce it, and Christopher Plummer. Pretty cool film. Uh, Michael Ironside plays a cop in this, and something happens, and it kind of triggers like these memories and shit. And it's pretty cool. I liked it. I really liked it, man. Michael Ironside always has a good performance. And then I finally got around to picking up the Amityville Curse. Uh, Again, I was surprised. This one sold out like crazy fast too. I wasn't even gonna upgrade it because I'm not like the biggest fan, but I was like, you know what? Fuck it, man. I might as well. It's Amityville Curse. All right, so some of the Saturn's core releases here. We got Blood Feast, The Adventures of Sergeant Lunch. That's true story on that one. I've heard this one's really goofy. Shot on video, super goofy and shit like that. I'm hoping it's like not done on purpose, but yeah. Eric Stanze's Scrapbook, which is crazy. This came on Blu-ray. I do have the DVD, actually signed by Eric Stanze too, I believe. Um, and Best Independent Film of the Year, Rue Morgue Magazine. Yeah, I can see that. It's nasty, filthy shit. Never seen it before. Scrapbook. It's brutal. The Killing of Bobby Green. Something is quite not right. It's not quite right. Look at that amazing artwork. Like you can't get any more fucking shitty 90s than that. Oh yeah. There's lots of shorts on here, tons of features and shit. Pretty cool. Halloween horrors. We got yeah, Halloween horrors, Hayride, Slaughter. Yeah, a couple of double feature of Halloween kind of shot on video, cheapies right here. 2001 and 19 so Hayride Slaughter's 2001, Halloween Horrors 1992. So that's kind of a weird double feature. So, but pretty cool. Then we got Night Chills. And now this, I was super excited to see this get released because I remember reading about this in my shot on video book and it just sounded interesting. And yeah, that artwork's awesome, man. Again, sh shot on video. Man, I really wish they had the years up on these things. It always bugs me that they don't. It's early 90s though. But yeah, so Night Chills, pretty cool. Love that artwork, man. It's good. Good stuff. The Tortured Soul trilogy. Look at that shit. Good stuff here. Tortured Soul 3. 1 and 2 on the back there. Oh, look at that shit, man. You even got a nice booklet. Man, these releases, like the packaging is worth more than the movies, I swear. But At Dawn They Sleep on Blu-ray. Brian Pollan, early Brian Pollan film. No, I really hope that they release his other films, his early ones on Blu-ray also. I've yet to watch this one. I'm a big Brian Pollan fan. I love all of his later stuff, but this is like an early one from the early 2000s. And yeah, so looking forward to checking that out. And then this one's got I've heard good things about this one. Hung Jury, which I'm assuming this is it sounds like a revenge film, right? Like, or maybe it's not. Some robbing, drowning, and secretly executing. He vows revenge on the judge. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is like a revenge film. But yeah, Hung Jury. Good shit. All right, so moving on to the AGFA films. We got Shredder. Fucking finally on a release. I don't know if this ever actually had a release before. 1990. Wow, this was from 1990. Holy shit, I thought it was earlier than that. Wow, crazy. So yeah, so this is kind of a cult classic kind of thing, but yeah, pretty cool. Man, I thought it was from the 80s. That's crazy. The Defilers from AGFA. Oh man, I love it. Two Ruffy Shockers from David F. Friedman. Yeah, good stuff. Looks sleazy as hell. Then we got Terminal Generation, Degeneration, the films of John Mortsuki. Fuck you guys. Like a box set here. Kind of. It's all your films. Hippie porn. Was that Mod Fuck Explosion? That is a fucking amazing title. Man, these releases are just, they're so crazy. They're so fucking crazy. God, so much of this stuff's sealed. Be able to watch. I gotta watch some of this stuff soon. Oh my god, I can't even get that back in. Okay. Video Diary of a Lost Girl. Um, yeah, these releases from AGFA are fucking just bad shit. Yeah, this is actually a newer one. It's like 2012. It's crazy. But Dracula the Dirty Old Man. I'm gonna say that's a painting of boobs. I don't know. Probably gonna get flagged as usual. That's the problem with showing off a lot. It's Oh, that's funny. The actual artwork on the cover doesn't even have the boobs. What the fuck? 1969. Good shit. And the infamous the God Monster of Indian Flats, which this is just the slipcover version. Always liked this movie, man. 1973. 50th anniversary, man. This is crazy. Crazy shit. All right. So that's gonna do it for the Vinegar Syndrome sister stuff. Mm. All right. So let's get actually into the Vinegar Syndrome stuff. Actually, you know what? I did buy one slipcover, Mail Order Murder, and I this is actually the first slipcover I've ever bought that wasn't on an actual movie. And the only reason why I bought this is because um I have all the other Saturn Core with slipcovers except for the first one. So that's the new slipcover for it. So, anyways, which is a really cool documentary, by the way. All right, so Vinegar Syndrome stuff. There's no order to this, but yeah, Amazon Jail 1 and 2. So some sleazy jail exploitation, if you want to call it that. 82 and 87. Shit, man, these are actually later than I thought they were. Wow, crazy. Pretty cool stuff from Vinegar Syndrome there. The films of Enrique Gomez Valdillo. Yeah. So I think these are Spanish or Mexican. Yeah, so they're Mexican. Um 80, 81, 91. Death on the Beach, Johnny Chicano, and Savage Summer. Yeah, this is a really interesting looking box set actually. Well, triple feature or whatever. So oh man. Ninja in the Claws of the CIA. Are you kidding me? Johnny Lau, man. Oh my God. Like this is one of the VSAs. This is number 34. I absolutely can't believe that this is on an edition like this. I've never seen this movie, but I've heard it is pretty fucking funny. So, yeah. Like this is just absolutely bad shit here. Like this edition of Killer Condom, really? Like it's literally a huge, massive edition of Killer Condom on 4K. Crazy. Craziness. Killer Condom, I think is a German film, right? It's like a German, it's a long one too. Like it's a 2 hour fucking movie. So this is like a massive upgrade from the Trauma DVD that I obviously got about 15, probably 20 fucking years ago. I think Killer Condom is actually a really fun film. It's pretty fun. Then Curse of the Screaming Dead, which is also known as, this is another film that was released by Trauma, actually. Curse of the Cannibal Confederates. Oh, it's so bad. This movie's so bad, dude. But this artwork is so iconic to me, man. I don't know what it is. I love that artwork so much. That shit would make me rent it any day of the week, man. But yeah, it's a bad. I haven't watched this yet, but I remember it being terrible. Um, Arnold's, man, with Roddy McDowell. That artwork right there is really good. Cool stuff. Arnold is dead and a newlywed. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, great film from Wang Ying. Magic Crystal. We got Cynthia Rothrock, of course. Good shit here. Andy Lau. Yeah, this is a good one, man. Pull that out. It's just really tight. Yeah, that's what she said. Then we got a ridiculous edition of Rabbit Grannies. Oh, there's the lenticular. Oh, that's working good. Wow, that's a really good lenticular, actually. Oh wow, these are actually working really good. Crazy. Lenticulars have come a long way, haven't they? Good old Rabbit Grannies gonna totally blow that old Trauma Blu-ray out of the frame because that thing was shitty. I heard this looks really good too. So I'm excited to rewatch Rabbit Grannies. So much fun. So much fun. Um, yeah, Belgian. It's a Belgian film. I can't remember. All right, so um, yeah, Mother's Day. Lloyd Kaufman's brother, Charlie Kaufman's film on fucking 4K. Like this is the era that we're living in, man. We're living in an era where we're getting Mother's Day on 4K. So crazy. I'm a big fan of it, man. It's got some goofy ass characters and shit, but I love me some Mother's Day. Speaking of just vile cinema, blood-sucking freaks. Crazy. Like we live in a world where blood-sucking freaks is on 4K. That is crazy, man. I have a few editions of this movie, and it never ceases to amaze me, like how disturbingly fucked up this movie is, man. It's just it makes me laugh. It makes me cry. It's just like fucking this movie's fucked, man. Ah, blood-sucking freaks, man. That's a really insane slipcover too. It's like a hard box slipcover too. It's crazy. An insane edition of Mark of the Devil again on 4K. Man, Mark the Devil is just a vile piece of cinema too, man. I said vile so many times in this update, but man, Mark of the Devil is it truly is just a vile piece of cinema, man. I love Mark of the Devil. It's a great film. It's legit a great film. It's haunting. It's nasty. It's filthy. Now this one I've been intrigued, man. I was gonna watch this actually. I put it in one night and I got sidetracked and ended up not even turning it on. But yeah, Ghost Nursing. Um, just sounds interesting to me. 1982 Hong Kong black magic movies. Yeah, so this one looks pretty interesting. Pretty cool. This I still don't even understand how this movie made its way to 4K. Terror at 10 Killer. Like, how in the fuck is this movie on 4K? Like, I have the DVD of this and it looks like shit. Someone was telling me that this transfer is so good that it's just incredible that you could remaster something so bad. But I tell you, man, Vinegar Syndrome is the kings of polishing turds. Great example. Terror and 10 Killer, not a great movie, but speaking of movies that I've always been indifferent on is The Boogeyman. Huey Lamel's Boogeyman from 1980, again, also on 4K. I don't think this is a bad movie. I think it's just a really misunderstood slasher because it deals with supernatural. It's weird. The thing about it, it's like the direction of the movie's always been odd to me. It's got a weird flow to it. I think it's the construction of it that's very odd to me. But I think it's also, again, because it's considered like a slasher film, but it's so different. Um, but I mean, it's not a bad movie by any means. I've watched this movie so many times. I always feel like I'm gonna love it the next time I watch it, kind of thing. So maybe I will in 4K. I don't know. Uh, an external combats, another VSA. This is number 37 in the range. So looking forward to checking that out. That looks really interesting. Just grabbed the standard. Actually, the big box thing was already sold out anyways. But I wasn't gonna grab this anyways because I was like, do I really need like a crazy edition of this? But I'm fine with just the standard edition of Roadhouse on 4K. I didn't need the big razzle dazzles and all that shit. I'm fine with this. But great movie, man. Patrick Swayze is probably one of his best movies he ever did. Um, yeah, it still holds up, man. It's a great film, but got to check it out in 4K. I actually watched Roadhouse a couple years back. It's still really good. This one looks pretty interesting. The Demon Rat. That ass is just beautiful. I know it's just a drawing, but it looks crazy. But yeah, that one looks interesting. Boggy Creek 2 and the Legend Continues. I've actually never seen Boggy Creek 2 before. Um, Yeah, I've actually never, at least I don't think I have. Unless I watched, was it 1982? Because it says 83 on here. I'm not sure if it's 82 or 83. I don't know. I think I might have seen, I'm not sure. One that Tony covered on the Sin Bin podcast. So if you guys are looking for any new podcasts, the new podcast I'm part of called the Sin Bin, it's where we review Vinegar Syndrome titles. He did a review of The Black Room. I remember watching this for 1980 prep on the podcast and really didn't remember much about it, but I watched the shitty ass VHS transfer. He said transfer on this is crazy. It's another video nasty actually. But yeah, so check out the review of that. I got to rewatch that one. The Untold Story 2, which I have seen before. I think we did a review on the podcast of this one. But yeah, The Untold Story 2. Love The Untold Story. It's like amazing film. Uh Existence or Existence Extends. I don't even know how to fucking pronounce it. David Cronenberg's really strange video game, ultra reality type film. This is another one that was reviewed on the podcast by Tyler in 4K. I actually can't wait to revisit this, man, because I only had the DVD of this, and it had been years and years since I've actually seen this one. So, um, but I remember really liking it, and I think it's one of those films that you could probably watch multiple times and not really fully grasp what he's trying to do in that because it's just so layered. Um, and then this is the one I reviewed on the podcast, which is Redneck Zombies. Of course, I went overboard. My review was super, super long, but we're also reviewing like all the special features and stuff. So this is the brand new sub label of not sub label, but Vinegar Syndrome called Degeyser Video. Um, and yeah, so they're going to be focusing on films like this, kind of lower budget, maybe shot on video, things like that. I don't know. But yeah, really good transfer. A lot of good features on here. If you're on the fence about getting this one, I highly recommend it. Looks beautiful. It looks really good. I mean, as good as something that's shot on higher quality video can get. So I watched this one, Psycho Girls. I believe this is a Canadian film. This is a fucking strange one, man, from 1985. Um, yeah. So I watched this one just recently. It was interesting. It was pretty interesting. Had a good time with it. Then we got Evil Judgment. This is actually another Canadian film. Um, it's decent. Honestly, the artwork's better than the movie, but it's got some cool stuff happening in it. And then we got Sick of Myself, which is fucking bad shit, dude. This is fucked, man. This is literally what people are doing to themselves in reality. I'm not going to give anything away, but this is really fucked up. Like, I actually know somebody that would do something like this. Like, it's just so savage, man. It's so savage. If you guys have seen this, let me know your thoughts on it because it is honestly really bad shit. And it's really a great depiction of like what people are willing to do to get fame in this like social media world. Oh my God, it's crazy. Guest House Paradiso. This is awesome. Really love this one. Another bloody customer. It is so bizarre. It's just so fucking probably not gonna be everyone's cup of tea, but man, it is a really good one, man. With the dude from Drop Dead Fred, Rick Mile. Yeah, rest in peace, man. Really bizarre film. Um, Undefeatable. Cynthia Rothrock, man. I mentioned her lots of times in this update, man. This movie is fucking so funny, dude. Like the fight scenes in this are just oh my God, you got this is truly one of those so bad it's great movies. I absolutely love this movie. I can't wait to rewatch. I think this one has a couple different cuts on it too. 95. Oh, maybe that was the version I watched. Yeah, the full version of it. So yeah, 95 minutes of glorious great shit. One that finally made its way to Blu-ray, which is crazy, and that is Night Screams. Um, well, I shouldn't even say Blu-ray. I mean, it's 4K, like crazy. This one was kind of stuck in, I think VHS obscurity forever, and then just made its way to 4K. Pretty fun film. Pretty fun film. Man, I gotta get rid of some of this shit, dude. This is getting out of hand here. All right, last couple of Vinegar Syndrome titles. A Gun for Jennifer. This was JP's review on the podcast. Really, really gritty and grimy, kind of like anti-hero um revenge type film. Uh Good stuff though, man. The story behind this is really cool too, but great film. Really, really great film. And then this was the the main review that we all did together, which was Fatal Games, another film from the early 80s that was stuck in VHS obscurity forever. I'd seen this one before. And it's kind of a rip off of like Graduation Day a little bit. It's got its moments, but there's some funny ass kills in this and shit, man. There's one really good one. Oh man. But yeah, Fatal Games, still a fun one. Then we got the very strange Delirium for Renato Palesi. I think we actually reviewed this one on the podcast one time when we did the director spotlight on Palesi. And then we got the Cat Creeps. This is from the VSL line. This is like number 3. I think this is like from the 1946. The Cat Creeps. Never seen this one before, so looking forward to checking that one actually. And then we got Gorgo. Like Gorgo just got a crazy freaking hard box edition, like 4K. I've actually never seen Gorgo, I don't think. So looking forward to checking that one out too. Holy fuck balls. All right, so we have, I think that is going to cover the Blu-rays and DVDs. So I think next is going to be the box sets. Yeah. All right, so getting into the box sets here, I'm going to start out with some of the film noir sets. So this is number 12 right here, film noir number 12. I think most of these I still have sealed, so I can't even really show the discs off, but Hold Back Tomorrow, Outside the Wall, and Undertow is probably a better thing. And I'm not showing all these off because I'm sure this video is like 3 hours long now. So that was number 12. Then we got number 13, which actually has those titles in it right there. And I'm a big fan of film noir. I just got around. So this is number 14. It's got those titles in there. I know. I'm like absolutely. I can't believe how many of these sets that they've released. Number 15. The Tattered Dress, The Girl in the Kremlin, and Man Afraid. And the latest one, number 16. These fucking bad shit, man. They released so many of these. So many of these, man. This is ridiculous. Okay. So let's get into here. Let's do the Arrow box sets. So this one right here, I can't even, the films of Olivier, oh, I can't even pronounce the fucking dude's name. Such an idiot. How do you pronounce dude's name? Anyways, this guy. Assignas? I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. So anyways, the films in the set are Olivier Assayas, I don't know. Winter's Child, which I have not seen. This one right here is Irma Life. What's the fucking title? Irma Yep. Yeah. Not seen that one yet, but I did watch Demon Lover, which I thought was really cool. It's a film I've actually seen before, so I really wanted to revisit this one, and I thought it was really cool. It's definitely a unique film. But yeah, I can never pronounce this dude's name, so I don't know. All right, so then we got the Coffin Joe set, which has all the movies in it. Still waiting on the replacement disc for Awakening the Beast. I heard that the subtitles drop out a little bit into it, so Arrow's going to issue out those, which I'm not overly concerned because it's Arrow. They're going to resurrect. They're going to fix their issues. So Embodiment of Evil got its own disc right there. Strange World of Les. The World of Jose Mujica Marons. Yeah, so here's all the artwork. You guys have seen all these. We really don't need to go through all these. Right? Holy fuck. Apparently I might as well just show them all off. Can't even get this shit back in the box. Yeah, I really love Coffin Joe movies, so this was kind of a no-brainer. I just think it's really funny that this thing was delayed for so long, and then there were still issues with it. Now this is like a fucking amazing release of The Warriors on 4K. and I believe it has the both versions of the film on here, which is pretty cool. Big fan. They finally got the original one because the director's cut is a little bit wonky. But yeah, 4K The Warriors. Then we got Savage Guns box set, which is actually really fucking awesome, man. This is a really good set. I was super blown away by this. So we got the For the Apocalypse, Lucio Fulci film. Awesome, awesome stuff. Uh, Fabio Testi. Yeah, good stuff. Wrath of the Winds, El Puro, and I Want Him Dead. So yeah, really good box set. But yeah, I mean, the big selling point for me was the For the Apocalypse because I love that movie, and it finally got its way, made its way to Blu-ray, which is amazing. Yeah, so that's fucking awesome. Then we've got Blood Money, another volume of spaghetti westerns, and I think I watched all these actually. Mulatto, which was interesting. 10,000 Blood Money, which was pretty cool. Vengeance is Mine, which I had seen before, which is pretty cool. And I believe two of these are actually related to each other. I can't remember which ones. Find a Place to Die, which was also really good. I thought these were actually all really solid. So, um, man, when I get on my spaghetti western kick, man, I'll watch a ton of these things. So another great box set from Arrow right there. I hope they keep doing those. So I missed out on, well, I pre-ordered the Arrow video video store box set, and of course it never shipped and it went out of stock, blah blah blah. I fucking hate that. So, but I end up settling for just kind of the standard version of it, which I'm totally fine with because I think this looks awesome. I think it looks really awesome. So, everybody knows what's in here. Most of this was just kind of side grades. I already have Robo Jocks, but I bought this for Arena because I love Arena. Cellar Dweller, Dolls, and of course the Dungeon Master, which I do have like all the Screen Factories of all of these and stuff, but it's pretty cool to have these all on their own disc. But like I said, the big selling point for me was Arena. And this was way cheaper than the other set too. So, but it is what it is. I think it looks pretty damn cool. Just kind of like a little mini version of it. It's nice. And then we've got the game trilogy, The Most Dangerous Game, The Killing Game, The Execution Game. Little triple feature box set here. Can't wait to dig into these. Heard really good things about those. So that's pretty awesome. A couple random box sets over here. We've got the Troma's Toxic Avenger collection, all in 4K. Right. We've got fucking Toxic Avenger in 4K. I actually watched the 4K this last night. It looks awesome. And then 2, 3, and then of course Citizen Toxie. Don't need to show them all, but I really wish they had done a better box. Like the box is so flimsy. Like, look at that. It's just fucking what do you expect from Troma, right? Fucking shitty ass boxes. This is a really cool box set, man. From Radiance Films. We've got the Costa Nostra box sets. Fucking yeah, Damio. Oh, what's his name? Damani. I don't know how to fucking pronounce his name, man. Franco Nero films, crime films. So, which I have seen a couple of these actually before. But How to Kill a Judge, which I do have the Blue Underground DVD. This really, really good film. Actually, no. I thought I'd seen The Day of the Owl, but apparently, after looking into this, I don't think I have. And the case is closed. Forget It, which I heard is really good too. So, looking forward to checking out those plus How to Kill a Judge on Blu-ray, which is pretty awesome. And it's got this ridiculous book too. It's crazy. So, but more Franco Nero to the collection, which is amazing. Can never go wrong with him. I had to do it. Wings of Disaster, the Birdemic trilogy. I already had the first one on Blu-ray, but I think the only way you could get the second one was to buy the box set because I think you can get the third one separate. So I actually have 2 copies of this. I'll probably sell my other one. Birdemic 2. I can't believe there's fucking 3 of these movies. It's ridiculous. Birdemic 3 and put out by Severin. Like, it's just like it's got to be the oddest fucking trilogy. Even a lenticular cover. It's amazing. Amazing stuff. Then we got the Mexico Macabre box set right here, which I actually have all these on DVD. They were released on the what line was that? Limited to 6,000. I got 224. Wow, that's a really low number for crazy. But yeah, the Black Pit of Dr. M, the Brainiac, Witch's Mirror, and the Curse of the Crying Woman. And one of the I think the Vampire, that was the other film that was released in that like range of films. That one wasn't included in here, which is kind of shame because that's the one I actually don't have. That was the only one I was missing. So yeah, but I still haven't even opened this. But yeah, I've seen all these films. I actually reviewed all these films at one point on my channel. So I'm sure they're in the archives somewhere on the channel, but I've reviewed all of them before. Um, so there's that box set. What am I missing here? Oh yes, Shout Factory, Scream Factory. All right, so we got the Sunny Chiba Collection Volume 2, which I had the first one too. I think this one's got one, two, three, four, five, seven more films on it, ranging from 75 to 78. More Sunny Chiba. You can never go wrong with Sunny Chiba. It's amazing. Irwin Allen, Master of Disaster Collection. It's funny because I've seen some films of his that aren't in here, like Burning Inferno, Towering Inferno. Um, but yeah, so we got Flood, Fire, Hanging by a Thread Beyond, Poseidon Adventure, When Time Ran Out, The Night the Bridge Fell Down, and Cave In. So 76 to 83. Man, some of these are so long, dude. Like The Night the Bridge Fell Down is 180 minutes. Hanging by a Thread's 190 minutes. Holy fuck. The shortest movies on here, like 100 minutes. But that's what you get. Um, they're all on like their own discs too, which is pretty cool. So pretty cool stuff from Irwin Allen, the Master. I think they're like all TV films too. But yeah, pretty cool. And then getting into the monstrosities. This is absolutely insane. But the Shaw Brothers Classics Volume 1. I'm not going to pull out all these because these are just fantastic releases, by the way. Like, it's just crazy. I mean, some of these I actually have on other releases, like 88 Films and Arrow, things like that. But most of these are actually kind of unique to these sets, man. So there's the Volume 1. Here's Volume 2. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Like, it's insane how much Shaw Brothers we've got in the last few years. Those Arrow sets, all the fucking 88 films. Oh man, it's crazy. Volume 3. And Slayer Films in there. Yeah, this one has Shawn Avengers, Killer Clans, Clan of the White Lotus. Yeah, it's got some really good films in here, man. Yeah, I've seen a bunch of these. Always been a huge Shaw Brothers fan. So and then Volume 4, which I just got a little while ago. Haven't even opened this one yet. This one, yeah, this one's got some ones in here I've never even heard of before, which is crazy. They're really digging in the crates here. Opium and the Kung Fu Master. It's crazy. Black Lizard, like it's got some fucking nutty ones, man. So, and that's Volume 4 right there. Um, I have no idea how long this went for, but I'm sure it's way too goddamn long. But that is everything, man. I think that's everything. If there is anything that I missed, it doesn't matter because I'll just throw it into another update later on down the road. And like I said, I'm not sure if you guys are watching this in one or two parts. I guess it all depends on how I can even create this video because I'm pretty sure it's been a couple hours. So, but I hope I ripped through that fast enough. I think that's everything that I have down here. Yeah, it's got to be. So, anyways, guys, that's going to do it for the update. I'll try to do these um bi-monthly like I usually do. So I'll probably come back with one in a couple months and it will obviously not be even close to as big as this because it's like 8 or 9 months worth of shit. As you guys can tell. So I'll try not to do that because this is way too long. Anyways, leave your comments down below. Make sure to check out Colin's channel because nobody's watching this right now anyways, but the links will be down below. And make sure you sub to him. He's an awesome dude. So anyways, check you guys later. Well, I actually did it. I totally forgot a whole little minor stack. I forgot all the Vinegar Syndrome stuff here. So let's continue. So past this little outro. All right, so we got the Vinegar Syndrome Lost Picture Show box set, which is absolutely, I mean, people have probably shown this thing off. I'm not gonna really open it up, but it's like it's mind-blowing how much shit is in here. It's actually incredible. So yeah, I'm sure there's other videos on it, so go and check those out. But yeah, Lost Picture Show. Here I'm putting my shit away, and I realized I totally forgot the Vinegar Syndrome stack. Here's Daryl. from the VSU line, number 7. Yeah, I haven't seen Daryl since, oh shit, man, since the 80s, man. Just crazy. Um, really looking forward to checking it out, man. It's the kid from Never Ending Story, which I was actually watched on TV the other day. So, Daryl, pretty cool. Then we got the Prophecy 1, 2, and 3. A lot of people are like, well, where are the other ones and stuff? And I think these are like, I think the other ones are official, but um, but yeah, this is really what you want. You just want the trilogy. So, but in 4K, fucking 4K. It's crazy. So that's pretty cool. I can't believe I forgot a whole stack of fucking movies here. I'm putting all my shit away. I'm like, oh my God, I did it. I did it. Then we got Village of the Damned, Three Horrors from Spain. Um, so I had actually seen one of these films. I was prepping for, I believe 19, might have been 76. Yeah, so yeah, Beatrice. I'd seen that one before. It's okay. The Forest of the Wolf and The Sky's Falling, The Sky's Falling. So I watched all these movies. I mean, they're okay. None of these movies are spectacular. I was a little bit, yeah, I mean, they are what they are. Check them out for yourself. But I mean, they're a little bit underwhelming to be honest. But nevertheless, it's still a cool box set. It's films that you're generally not gonna see get any other releases and stuff like that. So yeah, those are the damn pretty cool. Then we got the Cardova Collection Volume 2. Right. This is kind of fucking cool, man, because this actually has Beaks, the movie is on here. Fucking awesome. Under Siege from 1980. La Casa I don't know, it's all in Spanish and shit like that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to digging into these ones also. That's pretty cool. But yeah, this is the selling point on this was Beaks. It's fucking awesome. Retire my VHS of that now. Then we got the Apocalypse Tetralogy, which is like 4 film. I think these are Russian films, I think. I didn't really know anything about this. We got Gaga, Oba, Golem, and War of the Worlds. So yeah, this is pretty cool. Yeah. Now this seems pretty interesting, man. 1980, 81, 84, 85. So you made these movies all relatively back to back. So should be pretty interesting. I'm very curious on this box set. So yeah. Let me know if you guys have seen these ones down below because like I said, I'm pretty curious on this. I might check these out actually relatively soon. And then we got the awesome edition of Blade in the Dark, which is just look at that. Fantastic. It's fantastic. Umberto Lenzi's awesome. Oh, I'm gonna get fucking flagged again. Man, there's always so many titties on these things. Blade in the Dark on beautiful 4K. So I actually really love Blade in the Dark. I've seen it many, many times. I have a few editions of Blade in the Dark. So what's one more, especially on 4K? Wrong way. And last but not least, we've got Showgirls. Showgirls on the VSU line. Ridiculous. It's fucking editions of Showgirls like this, man. This is crazy. So it's got all the bells and whistles. I'm not going to open it up too much. Probably can't really show anything anyways. So, but yeah, and I got an extra booklet here too. They sent me an extra booklet. So I don't know. But yeah, anyways, that's the official end to the update right there. So anyways, I have no idea how long this update's lasted, but I'm sure it's gone on way too long. So anyways, guys, as usual, this is the real outro. Versus